Yeah, I definitely be using it for drops though. I need to get some new ones. Gotta get some new ones for sure. Oh man. All right, we ready?
Mm-hmm.
You see recording on your end?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Is it recording on your side, Nick?
Yep.
All right.
18 seconds.
Because we had an episode where I did not see that, and it proved problematic after the fact. But Mwanje knows how to make it work.
Yes, sir. They always record something. They always record a master recording in the background, so I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna try to stay close to the mic so I can sound like something this episode.
I'm nervous. Boy, this is my first time being famous.
Boys,
I have to do my research, and I'm looking at them Instagram comments, and all you see is fire emojis and heart eyes.
It's a
Starting to
grown
get a
man
little jealous.
business.
I said, hold on, let me pick up Instagram real quick. Hold on. Get my trumpet back again.
what up, Ant?
Boy, where you been?
Boy, where you been?
Now that was so disrespectful.
Man, chocolate milk all on the white tea.
Oh man. All right, what I used to say? Okay. Pre-production don't usually take that long.
It's always something, bro.
Always something.
Absolutely. Welcome to another episode of Share the Vibes Podcast. I am your host, Jink the DJ, founder CEO of Share the Vibes LLC. We're always glad to have you with us and excited for another episode with a special guest because you know every guest is special. But before we get into that, Mwanje, how you doing, sir?
Evan, what's going on with you, man? How you living?
All right, man. I got to start doing something, get a few extra coins, get me a mic up so I can sound like somebody on these podcasts, keep the streets talking. They said take the whole episode down. You messing up my equilibrium. When I got to turn the volume up on you, turn it down when 1J come in because he got the Shure and the 4K cameras and it's just messing up the dynamics right here. So I got to get my life together.
I got you. I'm turning you up. Don't worry about it. I'll be listening to the people. People, we hear you. You know what's funny? I was looking at Squadcast and it was saying like, how do you get the audio quality to match? And they said just send them a microphone. I'm like, ain't that no y'all can do? Just said send them a microphone. I'm like, ain't that y'all can do it?
That's wild.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Wild.
You got to spend subscription money and buy a new microphone.
Trifling.
Yeah, that's trifling. But yeah, I sent you some mics that'll work. That hopefully work as well too. So
yes, you did. So pretty soon y'all gonna see a new mic on here. I don't know when it's gonna be, cause funds low, debts high. But hey, it's coming. Don't worry about it.
No doubt. That's a t-shirt. You know how to make t-shirts. Funds low, debt high. Mind that.
That is. I was about to say he cannot. I was about to say the next line, but I didn't know if I had to get queued up before I could talk. So okay. I was waiting. I wasn't gonna let him get credit for that one.
Dang.
Oh man.
But I'm good. I'm good. Can't complain, man.
Good, man. Glad to hear it, man. I know it's May up there, about to be June.
Birthday month.
Probably shouldn't have said it. I don't know when the episode gonna drop, but nonetheless, it's close to June, so I know the weather's turning up there, so it should be feeling better in Milwaukee right about now.
Yes, sir. It's my birthday month, June 18th. right before Freedom.
Oh yeah, cause your birthday was the first Share the Vibes Fest. I remember that.
I had a good time.
Yeah, the vibes was being shared by the time y'all got on this stage.
Listen, between the tacos and that vibe was, I don't even remember what we were talking about.
If you are interested, if you would like to know what we were talking about, if you go down to episode 1, very first episode of Share the Vibes Podcast is the live podcast from the first Share the Vibes Fest, and it was quite the conversation. I'm even on that doing a little something at the beginning, so check that out. Fun times. But hey, make sure you check out audiomogulsmedia.com. We are proud members of the Audio Moguls Media Podcast Network, owned, operated, produced by none other than Mr. Mwanje Thompson. So make sure you check that out. Check out all the other podcasts on the network, all doing dope things, talking about dope topics that are relevant to you. So shout out to you and all that you're doing. If you're just tuning in, this is Share the Vibes Podcast. First time listening, we're all about connecting people through music and technology. We DJ, we podcast. We have an annual music and technology festival, which is coming up on July 13th.
Yes, sir.
So, yes, by the time you hear this, tickets are live. So you go to sharethevibesllc.com/STVFest. Tickets are available for your convenience. We're looking for sponsors and vendors, too, so do all that. It's all on the website. Hey, we official today. Yes, sir. No, seriously, we're definitely excited for our third annual Share the Vibes Fest. This is the big three. If you check out that flyer, hop on the post, comment just any Easter eggs you see. But big three, that's the thing. We're very intentional about that design. So we're excited about this year. The artists are being lined up. I think we got one more to confirm, and we'll be good to go. We're going to have a tech workshop this year on using AI to scale your brand, more or less. Live podcast around the impact of AI on the entertainment industry. So we are excited for this year's festival. We're doing it bigger and better. We're at the brand new Vivarium music venue there in Milwaukee, right across the street from Pizza Shuttle, if you're familiar with the area. Nick, I think we went there actually when we were interning. If you remember when the Bible study, 1 week, and my boy Vince, who was actually my best man. But yeah, he took us to Pizza Shuttle after Bible study. So shout out to Vince if you're out there listening. So yeah, we're gonna be right across the street from Pizza Shuttle for Share the Vibes Fest this year. So we're gonna have a good time. And looking forward to having y'all out where we're excited, getting ready for it. A little over a month away, so it's going to be a good time. But that being said, we have a special guest with us. You already heard him a little bit because he is Nick, and Nick do what Nick do. So we are very glad to have my boy. It's been, 10 years now, almost to the date at this point. If I remember when we started interning. So, yeah, 10 years ago, me and the homie Nick Braden, we were there in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at 2040 Lost. I think it's called the Mark now. They're 2040 Lost, interning for GE Healthcare. We were roommates. We had never met each other a day in our lives. I pulled up in a dress shirt and a blazer, some slacks, because I used to fly like that for whatever reason. And got there ain't even been 5 minutes. He said, hey, you need to go to Walmart? Like, actually, I do. And we've been tight ever since. The story is literally as simple as that. So, Nick, what's going on, man?
What's good, bro? I actually just told somebody when I was telling I was going to be on the pod, I was like, Devin is literally the definition of day one don't mean who you knew the longest. It's the real ones. It's the real ones that come around. Cause we'll go months without talking. Then we talk is like we talk every day.
Yep.
Crazy.
I mean, J's been a witness to it. So, nah, man, glad to have you on. So. Nick, man, Nick's a jack of all trades, man. Nick is a full-time videographer. He left the corporate world and started doing his own thing. So down in Atlanta, I see him shooting up music videos. And he was with Ronald Isley not too long ago, and he be shooting up some other stuff. I think he got OnlyFans money coming through. I don't know, but I think he do. The man produces beats. He played the saxophone. So I mean, it's a talented brother, man. Talented brother.
Yeah, man.
Man, you gotta relax. Brother. You gotta relax. You can't leave with the OnlyFans stuff, man. I do not have any OnlyFans clients. For anybody paying attention to this,
nice.
Cause hey, look, man. I put the little what my parents think I do, what I do, what people think I. I put that my line brothers think I do that, and everybody, right? I kid you not, everybody was coming like. Well, it'd be a profitable venture for you. Bro, what?
I guess we got to chill. I forgot you be working with the church, too. So we got to relax a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I mean, look.
Sorry.
Jesus has my heart. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, rent still do.
So, man. You would do the OnlyFans if it was the right bag.
I do not do OnlyFans right now.
Right now, that's what I'm saying. Right now, but for the right bag.
If anybody is listening to this that has OnlyFans and needs visuals that's better than everybody else's, I don't do OnlyFans right now because they haven't contacted me with a budget.
Okay, there we go.
There it is.
Don't clip this. I don't want this. Don't clip this.
Can't make no promises.
We ain't gonna put that on there.
That's gonna be the first promo.
Do OnlyFans right
now.
OnlyFans
videographer. Join Share the Vibes podcast. I don't even have a name no more.
OnlyFans is the title. OnlyFans. We going up. Just what we need right before Share the Vibes Fest. Thank you, brother. Always coming through.
Hey, shout out to Share the Vibes Fest because it's on a really, really good date this year. That's all I'm saying. I ain't want to get that shameless plug, you know what I'm saying, while y'all talking about the promo. But 7/13 is the best day of the year, you know. So a real ninja holiday.
A week after my birthday.
Yep, because Devin old. And at this point, I peeped you. Almost made it to cancer game, Brody. I heard that. I'm sorry. So you know what I'm saying. It's
a little crazy, they say. So you know, get the spitting. I don't know. That's what they say.
Oh man, no, that's wild, man. And now that I think about it, cause like I know we was talking about Vince took us pizza shuttle. Vince's birthday is the 13th as well of July. So yeah, y'all sitting next to each other, all the stuff. We all a week apart.
Bro, we deep.
Vince was born the year before us, but nonetheless. Nah, man, that's what's up, man. Hey, we gonna jump into it, man. So for first and foremost, it's good to catch up with you. It's been a little while, but it's always a pleasure. Like I say, we've been on each other 10 years, so it's been a lot of growth over those years, and a lot has changed. Life looks very different than it did 10 years ago. But I guess maybe just to kick things off, best part about going to an HBCU, go.
The best part about going to a HBCU is,
Girls.
Gotta pick one.
Yeah,
I do.
Is this a in the whole context of HBCU, or is this like the best part about being a student at HBCU?
However you take it. Best part about going to HBCU.
Man, best part about HBCU is definitely network. I mean,
network.
The best. That's my staple answer. I mean, if it wasn't for FAMU, I wouldn't be still entrepreneur right now. I'd have failed out so long ago between FAMU and the Bruz is because of FAMU. So, you know what I'm saying? But I guess if I gave an unconventional answer, something that's not the typical answer, I think FAMU was tight because, to my experience, coming from a small city, small town, Louisiana. I'm from Natchitoches. I rep it hard, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know that Nick Braden is from Natchitoches. It's spelled crazy. You can't read it. It's hard. It's Natchitoches. 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 Don't.
Natchitoches.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But coming from there, you know what I'm saying? I was drum major. I was valedictorian.
Dope.
Highly involved, you know what I'm saying, back home. But it was still like that. It was kind of like you're the best. I mean, you can't deny, like, certain rooms are open because, you know what I'm saying, I'm black and I'm good. Like, so it's like when you get to HBCU, that's not your unique factor no more. So like now, what make you special? Like you're not like, oh man, that's the smartest black kid. Like, oh, okay, yeah, you smart, but I mean everybody over here smart. Or like, oh, you play an instrument? Everybody in this band was the best person in their hometown. You know what I'm saying? Like coming from valedictorian to going to class with people we didn't have like weighted systems and stuff. We had like two dual enrollment classes when I was in high school, and so I'm coming to school and they got people coming in cars, and I'm like, bro, I thought you had to be a sophomore. Like, yeah, I already got 30 credits, and I'm like, so adjusting to that, and it's kind of like a two-sided coin too, because at the same time it's like its own fake world. Like it's blackety black, but it's not hood blackety black, but it's fun. It could get ratchet, but it's professional blackety black. Like anywhere else that has that same ratio, for lack of a better term, just amount of black people in a concentrated area, it usually end up being, not the best mix. It was a great like fake world for 4 years. Like, man. And then the cool part is like once you get out of FAMU, like, you know, Bethune is our rivals, but it's kind of like Greeks. Like everybody rep their organization. When you make it to the professional world, just you meet somebody else that is Greek, and it's not like, oh man, I don't like you, man. You're a Q dog, and you're. It's like, oh man, you D9, like, and people look at. So like other HBCU people who went to Howard, Jackson, all of that. Like you might have saw all of the back and forth with FAMU and Jackson State, or like with Southern with the with football and stuff. But that's for us. If anybody on the outside try to say something, like it turned into a gang real quick. So, you know what I'm saying? The network, I guess it bring it all back full circle. The network is definitely the best part.
That's dope.
Nah, man, for sure. I'm glad you got into that. So, you know, like I said, Nick went to FAMU. I went to Miles College in Birmingham. 1J is just affiliated. But nah, man, the HBCU love is real. And I asked that because, for one, I just like to ask something just kind of out there to get the conversation started versus tell us your story. I just like to throw a little something to throw it out there. But I think the HBCU experience is foundational to both of our businesses. What you're doing with Braden Visuals and the music and what we're doing here, Share the Vibes. I think the HBCU experience was like a launching pad for all of that. So wanted to hear your unique experience on your journey through that and how it is fed into your career now. And, you know, you mentioned having the FAMU alumni and the brotherhood within the frat has definitely been a launching pad. You were both alphas as well. So we just had a lot of connected points, both from small towns, small country town. We just had a lot of stuff in common.
We ain't even start talking about music yet.
Yep. Yeah, man. I used to play that guitar.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, good times. So the HBCU experience, got the network there. Went into corporate America, and you know, just because I know you, and you know, we both know Terry, that's the FAMU alumni there. You know, with Lilly and the connections there, and then I've gotten connected with Terry through BDP and other organizations. So the BDPA, the HBCU bloodline has been strong throughout your journey all the way through. So I thought it was good to kind of lay that foundation for what you're doing today. So let's get into it a little bit. Let's get back to what is your story question. Talk about your journey as a creative and all the things you do and how the foundation kind of got you there. Not even just HBCUs, being in Natchitoches, and you talked about being valedictorian and drum major and all that stuff, and then going to FAMU. Just kind of how's that journey? How does that connect the dots to where you are today as a creative?
Man, I guess I always tell everybody the overarching story is that I always go back to is when hey look, just let y'all know that I give references. I have the letters known as ADHD, so my brain just be going. I have references for everything. So my story, I always just go back to the Bible, man. When Jesus told Peter to go fishing to catch that fish, that was gonna have a coin in the mouth to pay, like the way God knew how some person that was mad on the other side of the world or something, or some lady must have caught her dude doing something and threw all his money in the water, and a fish swallowed it 3.5 weeks ago, and he knew it was gonna swim across here at that time because they were gonna ask this question. Man, it's just all things come together. That's how that's. I've just learned to accept that because, like, at this point, it ended up being random experiences that I've had that end up being just what I need, like, for a moment. So, I mean, just getting to the backstory. As a creative, the first creative thing I actually did art. I used to draw a lot. I had, like, every how to draw book. I was actually pretty decent at it. Actually a lot. The first creative thing I did before it was really like a thing. I used to build Legos. Like I had every one. Like I built the monster truck, the speedboats, the spaceships. I had them everywhere. Like thousands of pieces. Used to always like to build stuff. Then I started drawing. We're gonna get back to the catching the fish with the coin. So when Katrina hit, I was, it was my 7th grade year in middle school, and our band director came up from New Orleans after Katrina, and he ended up relocating to Natchitoches. He ended up being our band director. I had wanted to play music because a guy that comes to our church conference named Merlin Devine, he played saxophone. I've been wanting to play saxophone since forever, but like we didn't have a band as an elective because there was no music teacher. There was one other music teacher for like all the other high schools in the city, but I went to like semi-private middle school. So when Mr. Ford got there, that's when I picked up saxophone. Fun fact, Merlin Devine plays a tenor. That's that one right there. And he also plays a soprano. And I recently saw a TikTok. Everybody don't know what a soprano saxophone. They was like, that's a clarinet. Soprano saxophone. So I knew there was a straight one, and I knew there was one that curved that you held down here. And I was like, yeah, I want to play the curved one, not the straight one. And he was like, yeah, you want to play alto. And then so like when he went and got it, I was like, that's not the right one. But I just got.
Did you buy it?
No, I rented at first.
Okay, all right.
I rented at first. I actually just got that tenor in 2021. Just got it. I play alto only for all that time. This was back in. I first got it in 2005. So my dad was kind of reluctant to let me do band because you could only do one elective in middle school, of course. So I had to stop doing art. And he was like, are you good? Like, you could draw, like, not like everybody else scribbling, like, you good? And I was like, yeah, but I've been wanting to do music all this time. So picked up the horn. Fast forward to junior year high school, section leader in the high school band. At this point, I had been to Southern Band Camp like 2 years in a row at that point. Pretty much was in line to be drum major. Trying to make sure I don't miss nothing creative-wise. Okay, so, yeah, that's everything. Music. With the saxophone. Ended up senior year, drum major. Went to Southern Drum Major Camp. Shout out to the jukebox, man. I went to FAMU, but I got love for the jukebox. Like, both of my parents went to Southern. It's all love for the jukebox, man. I went. So my senior year. No, I gotta rewind. It all meshed in, man. It all meshed in. So it was 2009, which was my sophomore year. Yeah, the spring of my sophomore year. I want to say it was. We had like a family reunion. And I got my mama's camera, and they wanted to take pictures, and I literally picked up a camera because I don't like being in pictures. It was like, we need somebody to take the picture. I do it. So I took pictures, and they ended up, they liked the picture, like, man, Sherry boy kind of good at this. Like, you kind of good. And I'm like, I just pressed the button. But it was cool, and I was kind of intrigued. Like, that wasn't like hard start, but that was the introduction. Fast forward to senior year of high school. I'm drum major. I done had solos and concert band and everything. Like, I play. At this point, I was starting to learn by ear. This was kind of early YouTube era, and so it was some people playing saxophone on YouTube. And I listened to it. I'm starting to learn to play by ear. I ended up playing at my church a little bit. One-off performances, not like with the band, but and then I realized that a music video is just recording somebody lip syncing the words and then putting the song underneath it.
Right.
So like my mama didn't like me. It was a thing for a long time. Like my folks didn't like me to like mess with the technology in the house because it always broke. It was not me. I just didn't have good luck. It'd be like it'll be primed to break, and I don't even do nothing. I promise I did not break stuff. Like but it always break. And so she did not want me to use. It was a little point and shoot Canon camera, and I snuck it because my homeboy was a rapper. And I was like, "Hey man, we can shoot this music video, man. We can shoot. All you gotta do is just say the words." And then that was senior year. Everybody was from Natchitoches, man. There's nothing else to do. Everybody was rapping and doing diss tracks and we made a senior mixtape. Yeah. So at the same time that this is happening, I had a consistent 4.0 through high school. I tested top 98 percentile on the PSATs, National Achievement Scholar, and FAMU came to. The recruiter came to my school in Natchitoches one day, and I was in band class. I remember this. They called me to the front office. It's like the band hall is like far. It's like the back corner of the school. I'm walking to the office trying to think of an alibi. I'm like, I'm in trouble. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to think about all the stuff I done recently did. Like, I don't know why. I don't know. And I was like, I'm gonna just have to wing it. So I go in there. And they're like, one of the counselors is like standing in the corner like this. I'm like, and it's this dude I'd never seen before that's just kind of standing there. Everybody in the office just like,
just happy.
I'm like, they're like, do you know who this is? I was like, no, I've never seen him before. This is weird. I don't have any kind of alibi. But he was a recruiter, and they offered me a full scholarship to FAM at that point. And it was funny because I didn't know how, but it was because when I took my PSAT, they give you like 5 schools to put on there. So I had put Southern. I was putting people based on their bands. So like I put Southern. If I didn't go to Southern, I wanted to go to who else I had on there? I had Southern, Texas Southern, I want to say. I had Loyola, New Orleans, and I think University of Louisiana Lafayette. And then I was like, I don't know where else I want to go to school, because like I want to go to either Houston or Lafayette or Southern. Like, and I was like, March 100, cool. I'll put FAMU. And that's how they end up. I found it out later down the line. That was actually funny. It's a crazy coincidence. But they said I had to major in a STEM major, and they were paying my my tuition. I think that was it. It was like tuition was paid for, and I had to major in a STEM major. Well, at the time, I wanted to be a music producer. Like, so around senior year, that was also when I first got my setup. I wish I could show you the picture. I bought some little wood grain. Look, they was wood grain studio monitors. They sounded horrible. Looked amazing. Sounded horrible. And a little M Audio MIDI controller. And my cousin got me my first copy of Fruity Loop. Well, before I got Fruity Loops, my assistant principal actually put me on the Cakewalk Sonar. But I didn't know how to he showed me in his home studio. I had no idea what to even get started with that. My cousin showed me Fruity Loops, and it was like, Fruity Loops is what FL Studio was before it was ever a studio. Yep. Fruity Loop. So, and I got, that's it. I was like, man, I'm finna make beats, bro. I'm finna be, I at the time, like, I was watching a whole bunch of, like, Ryan Leslie videos.
Woo, yeah.
Ryan Leslie was going crazy, bro. I was like, man, I'm finna go to school for this. And so I told FAMU no. So I got accepted to Loyola New Orleans, and they had a music industry program, and they had like direct connections where I think it was like Atlantic Records. It's either Atlantic or Universal or something like that. Like, you got internships if you wanted one.
Full Sail wasn't out back then? Was it around?
It was, but I never, no disrespect to nobody, I just never took Full Sail seriously.
Yeah, okay.
Because I knew people,
Florida, right?
I knew people who had went to Full Sail and was still in Natchitoches. So
okay. See your surroundings. That makes sense.
Or back in Louisiana, like, and they were still having to like work. Right, that like the way it was pitched to me when I did the campus visit was like, if you apply yourself in the program, you come out working in the industry. So, but it was I had the top scholarship that they gave, and I think it was like $53,000 or something like that a year, and we still would have to come out of like $12,000 a year out of pocket. And so they were talking about how like people get extra funding for stuff, and I'm like, man, it's New Orleans, it's the music industry. They got connections with the label. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna work hard. I work hard. I know I'm gonna come out and it's gonna be worth it. Like, they had a equipment library. It was like, if you wanted like a certain microphone for a sound or a synthesizer or something like that, and if they didn't have it, they would buy it. Tell you when it came in, you could rent it and go to like the studios on campus and cut records. Like, it's crazy. And a guy that I met at Boys State, I don't know if they got that everywhere, but Boys State is kind of like
I did it in Georgia.
Yeah, like a fake mock government for like a week, and everybody come in and do elections and stuff like that. A guy that I met at Boys State, his cousin went to Loyola, and so he was telling me about the program and how he was like, yeah, I'm going there. And my dad was like, son, no, it's a lot of debt. And I was like, I don't care. I'm finna be the next Ryan Leslie. I'm finna be Kanye. I'm finna be, bro, I'm making beats, bro. Like, I ain't never heard this Louisiana. Man, what? Couldn't tell me. So, like, fam came and gave that. And, like, I was like, no, I got a major in STEM. Like, I was like, they don't even have a music industry. They don't even have a music industry major. And so, crazy, bro. I'm watching YouTube, watching this dude called Larry J, play saxophone on YouTube. His covers is still up. Cold, bro, cold. And I see he's a Sigma, and he had all his social media and stuff on there. And I was about to ask him about one of the songs, ask him about notes, because I was trying to transcribe it. And I see he go to FAM. And I was like, oh man, fam, you offered me a full scholarship. Like, he was cool. He reached back out when he responded to me when I reached out to him. And I was like, fam, you offered me a full ride. But in the meantime, when I went from National Achievement finalist to National Achievement scholar, fam, you spun the block and was like, we'll give you full scholarship. You can major in whatever you want to major in. We'll give you a laptop, an iPad, and $4,500 stipend every semester. And I was like, cool. Cool. Yeah. But what about the music program? Like, what's and I was like, they don't have it. I was like, I'm going to Loyola. Like, I'm going into the music industry. I don't care. And so when I talked to him, this was maybe like a week or two after I had found out fam kind of spun the block, and he was like, bruh. And I was like, I looked on the side, he like, and I told him I had called to the music department, tried to talk to somebody. And he was like, fam, you don't even know they own school, bro. That's crazy. He sent me a link to the music industry page.
Wow.
At FAMU. And it's, and I don't know if y'all know, Play from Kid and Play actually was the department chair at,
That's crazy.
And so, I'm like, well, I'm going to FAMU. They got music industry. Like, that was the only reason I wasn't going to FAM was because they didn't have music industry. So I go to FAMU, bro. Go to FAMU, but I didn't do the band because, like I said, like, I ain't gonna lie, band is a big commitment. Like, even in high school it was. Yeah. And so for your heart not to be in it, like,
that's why
it's and I'm not a quitter. So like, if I join something, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hate it, but because I'm not gonna quit. So I got to get to the end before and then once I already joined and did all of the, you know what I'm saying? Once I've been a freshman, like, I'm not finna quit now. Like, now I got seniority. Yeah, so ended up not doing the band. But I was still in music industry. And so a lot of the classes were with music majors. And so it was kind of alienated. Like, everybody else in all of my classes were in the band. They had insiders. They would talk about stuff. They were talking about traveling. The best part was when they had away games, I ain't had class. And I'd be the only one that didn't have class. So, like, but, I mean, easiest 4.0 ever that semester. And I ain't gonna lie, I let some people get in my head about you too smart for music. Like, So I switched my major to, I was thinking about money. And I was like, I'm going to do CIS. Like I had a friend that, back in grade school that had like showed me some stuff about programming. So I've always been intrigued about programming. Switched my major after the first semester. So spring, went back as a CIS major. Let's see. Trying to not miss. The whole saxophone thing is really kind of dead most of college. Oh, I got when I was driving home my freshman year, I got T-boned by 18-wheeler, and my saxophone was in the back seat, and it got all bent up and stuff. So the saxophone was pretty much gone for a long time. I think maybe like my senior year, I must have got one from a pawn shop or something like that. I can't remember where I got it from, but yeah, I didn't have a saxophone for a while, but I was in my dorm making beats. Me and my roommate, me and him real good friends now, still to this day. Antoine, we called it Fourth Floor Entertainment. Fourth Floor NT was on the top floor of the newly renovated dorm, Samson, and we was making music. Fast forward to 2013 when I pledged. Somewhat before that, I asked my mama for a camera. I got a Nikon D3100. That's so when I pledged, I'm a 9, and like the 9s were always a historian. They're the ones who do like all the recaps, all the promos, all the stuff and this stuff. Some of my profiles are crazy with the cameras. But so that's the first time I had people to like really ask questions about it. Before then, it was all just kind of like figuring out as I go, shooting music videos for friends and taking pictures, and that was that. And then GE Healthcare, I ended up making a recap for the intern experience. I actually just watched that not too long ago. It's horrible. But they used it for recruitment. And they didn't give me an offer. How you use I want my video back. That's my intellectual property.
I remember that. You was hot about that.
Yeah, man. How you not give me an offer, but you keep my video?
Yeah.
Should have brought me on for recruitment then. Put me in HR. Anyways. And I took headshots for all the interns. That was just extracurricular. And we had like a yearbook committee or something like that there.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so get back to fam, doing promos for the bros. We got like a staple throwback party called Juke Joint. That's where we do a whole bunch of skits. That's probably about the most I use my camera for. Then wasn't really playing music. Wasn't really making beats no more. I don't think I was doing nothing, man. I was junior, senior year was crazy. Like senior year, I didn't do anything because junior year was crazy. I was like president of a club, vice president of a club. I was a neo. I was stepmaster. Man. And I was taking all of my major classes that like all the programming classes and all that stuff. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, senior year, I was chilling. So yeah, this is when everything started to come together, which is crazy. When I get to Eli Lilly, I got recruited to go to work at Eli Lilly, Indianapolis. Started there in 2015. I didn't really like my job. I don't think I ever liked my job. I don't think I ever liked that. And I did it corporate. So I had the music, and when I say music, that's twofold because you got saxophone and you got making beat. I had the camera. And at the time, I was like taking pictures, and I was taking pictures, and I was shooting videos. I was also trying to stay good at coding because technology changed so quick. I didn't have a coding role, but that's what I wanted to be doing was coding. My first role was in database. Like I hate database; it's boring. No disrespect to anybody who does DBA; they make a lot of money. So I was like, I'm trying to get better at code. I'm trying to make beats. I'm trying to practice my saxophone on the regular. I'm trying to learn stuff that would help me at my job so I can actually perform, so I can get a different role, it was a lot. So stuff had to go. So I remember I had lunch with one of my he's actually one of my neos who started working at Lilly too, Troy. And I was like, yeah, bro, you know, I'm about to just work on this code stuff. Oh yeah, and I was building websites for people too at the time as a side hustle. So my LLCs was like, in college I had Luxury 9 Multimedia. So I was a 9. It was corny. Luxury 9 Multimedia. Then it went to Braden Media and Design. That was really what everybody kind of started to know. That was that 2016-ish era. And it was like all encompassing of like websites, photos, videos. And I was just going to outsource the stuff that I didn't, like pictures. And one of my line brothers does graphics. I was going to outsource that stuff. I told Troy, I was like, yeah, bro, I'm about to put the camera down, bro. It's too much. Like, I'm going to focus on code because that's related to my career. And, like, if you know me, music's never going anywhere. Like, I'm going to always keep the music because it's my woosah. If I never said at any other point in this interview, I tried once, but rather swiftly stopped. I don't sell beats. People keep telling me I should. I don't sell beats. I don't perform besides social media. Like on site, it is my woosah. It is like when I made it my work, it was not fun, and I didn't like that. So it's always just to clear my mind and have a good time with like. So that's what music is. So had code, my job, and music. That was it. And I told Troy I was finna put the camera down. He was like, bro, I don't know. You kind of good with it. You're like, you sure? And I was like, you think so? He don't even remember this. He don't even remember this, man. I just made, last year when I made 3 years full time, I had posted about it. And he was like, yeah, bro, I remember that. I was like, bro, thank you. Because I kept the camera. I was dating somebody who was like a makeup artist at the time. And she was, I went with her because I would like, I'm saying I'm a good boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? Like I was cleaning her brushes and stuff, like while she was in between client stuff. So she go to the studio, and that's where I met one of my coolest homeboys from Indy, Jay Golds, one of the coldest photographers in the city. And I was like, yeah, man, I work at Lilly, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to do this camera thing like on the side, but like you looking for like a assistant or something? Like I guess he was like, nah, not really, but you know what I'm saying? Just come around. And I was like, okay, so I was sitting there one day. He was like, you want to shoot some BTS? I was like, BTS? What that mean? He was like, behind the scenes. And I was like, you mean like a recap? He was like, yeah, like a recap. And I was like, I can do a recap. Yeah. Did a recap. I still got the video. That video is so bad. Oh, my God. Man. And that was 2016. It was so bad. But so I was doing it with Jay. And so I did it for one of his shoots. Then I did it for another one of his shoots. And then he was like, instead of BTS, he said, why don't you do production? And I was like, okay. What does that mean? Does that mean like I don't shoot you in the video too? You're like, yeah, just the model. And I was like, okay. I did it and it was cool. It came out cool. That's really how all that kicked off. I also ended up meeting my other homeboy Mike, because Mike worked tight with Jay Golds. Me, Mike, and Jay, and they kind of put me on the scene. They started putting me in rooms like to shoot stuff. And honestly, somewhere in the period between 2016 to 2018, I want to say, I just kind of got tired with trying to find something I liked about work. Like I can't lie. Before it was actually a name for it, I silent quit it. Like silent quit, however you say that. Like yep. I was doing enough to get my reviews. I mean, we had so many rounds of throughout the whole year. You say, yeah, you're doing good. And I'm like, yeah, how do I do better? Like, what's going on with this? Like, no, I think you're doing good. And we get to the end of the year. Like, yeah, you get like a 2% raise. And nah, they not. It's only so many promotions for the whole department. So, yeah, we going to work on it. Bro, I'm still an entry level. I'm still a P1, bro. You can't say I'm doing good the whole year. And then, so. But at that point, I was like, bro, I don't even care, man. I got the Lilly money coming in on salary. I'm doing videos on the side. It was cool. Then what happened? Oh yeah. In the meantime, my line brothers and my pro fight were party promoters. So like, we were always filming parties and doing recaps and stuff. So like 2016, they had me come back for homecoming, not for homecoming, for graduation. And I shot an all white party, and that was kind of like the first video that was kind of like people was like, oh yeah, like Nick Cole. Was it 2016? Yeah, all white party, FAMU graduation. 2020 come around, and I had been trying to, I didn't know if it was, I didn't like corporate America. I didn't know if I didn't like Eli Lilly. I didn't know if I didn't like my role, or I didn't know if I didn't like Indianapolis. And I'm a methodical person. Like, there's no way to change one of these variables, like, and have the option to like switch it back. It can't be like, yeah, you know what? Just go to LA and stay working at Eli Lilly and keep the same role. Like, you can't do it. So it's like, which one do I change? And I think I kind of got caught in analysis paralysis, or like, which one to change. At the same time, I had interviewed for a couple different jobs, didn't get them. Started to feel like maybe I just wasn't good at tech. And so I did a fast right before the pandemic, actually like right in the beginning of the pandemic. And it's like, I kind of told God, like, whatever you want, God, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want, it's you. Except don't make me stay in Indiana, please. Like, whatever you want, except don't make me stay in Indiana. I need to get back down south. And nothing was happening, man. I tried to move to Atlanta on my own. Nothing was going right. So we did this fast, and it was like 2 days after the fast ended. And my prayer the whole fast was like, God, I don't take hints, man. I need you to make it clear and obvious what I need to do, bro. We had a town hall, and they said they were restructuring the organization. And they said that the senior directors of the departments would be reaching out. As soon as we got out that town hall, and we were already working from home at this point because of COVID. As soon as we logged out that town hall, I see a meeting pop on my calendar for 15 minutes later. I was like, okay. They called me. They was like, yeah. I would like the team is getting dissolved or whatever, so your position's going away, but you're gonna have this much time to find another position or whatever. And I was like, what if I don't find another position? And it was like, well, there would be severance, you know what I'm saying, based on that. I was like, severance? Mm-hmm. Like what? Is that like a paycheck or something? It was like, here's a calculator for how you get up. It came out to, man, if anybody is watching this and you're leaving your job, you get severance, do not withdraw your 401k. I did. I came out, man, even after taxes. And they took like 2/3 of the money. I came out with like 50 something, 40, like high 40s, 50, something like that. I was like, not only do I leave, I'm getting paid to leave. This is amazing. I need to fast more often, right? Like, this is great. So yeah, I was actually supposed to leave that summer, but they were replacing us basically with contractors in India. But India shut down like America should have during the pandemic. So they couldn't hire, they couldn't onboard their new people. So I had to stay all the way to October. So yeah, in October, like to a Halloween party, that was me leaving corporate. And that was the start of entrepreneurship. And since being an entrepreneur, I mean, literally everything comes together. Like the stuff I know about tech fixes so much stuff just in day-to-day life. I love math. Math comes in. People that say math don't matter and they talk about A squared plus B squared, all that stuff, man, this stuff is, you just don't understand how it applies. It literally, math is everywhere.
Tell my students that. Please tell my students that. They hate math. They ask me every single day, Mr. T, how does math apply to my daily life? And I explain to them, like, all right, here you go. When you go to the grocery store, you got X amount of dollars you got to spend, and you could create a formula to figure out how much can you buy. And they like, no, I just use my iPhone. I'm like, okay. All right, what if your iPhone dead? All right.
I was just talking to my dad. So my dad's a math teacher. My grandma was a math teacher for a long time. So I was talking to him, and he was talking about my dad has a problem with contracts. Like, he just refused to have a phone contract. So he has an iPhone 10 that I gave him 300 years ago when I upgraded. And I only upgraded because the 12 was coming out or whatever, and he had like a 6 at the time or something. Like, man, I'm gonna upgrade so you can get this phone. So he was talking about not getting not want to have a contract, and he was like, yeah, man, they got an iPhone, because his phone is messing up bad. He's like, they got an iPhone 12 at the store for $300, and I was like, bro, just get you like that on the 15. It's like, I was like, bro, what? You want that one to stop working soon? And he was like, I just can't do a contract. What you pay, like $150 a month? I said, let's map it out. At what point is there an intersection of 150X versus 300 plus 60X? And that's your phone bill. And I was like, dang, I be using math so quick. But anyway, that was a whole aside about math. Math matters. Just don't listen to Terrence Howard about it. I'm
clipping this so they can hear it.
Oh man! Hey, look! Don't put this in there. Don't quote me. Don't quote me.
No, not Terrence. I'm talking about the math matter.
Oh yeah. I love Terrence Howard, man. So yeah, that I mean the music stuff. So like this is just, I'm trying to figure out how like to make it practice. So like I make videos now, right? I make videos, and when you're doing special effects and like After Effects and stuff, they have functions. It goes back to coding. You can use functions to make things do certain stuff, like, and they have variables and they work just like regular coding. When it comes to like I build my own website. I know how to manage my own client database. When it comes to music, when I have clients who want to run ads on their stuff, that was before recently. I just subscribed to a service, but like if you want to run ads, you know, they flag it for like music and stuff. So I just incorporated a charge to make a beat for a customer. Like, I mean, it don't have to be nothing fancy or nothing like that, but I got, I'm doing this because my MIDI keyboard and all this stuff is like right here. So like, I could do that. I think I kind of left it out. It got lost in the mix. I don't do it anymore, but I started personal training because I mean, I powerlifted all throughout high school and avid gym goer, and I needed to I just needed some supplemental income, and boom, I got an app. It was through a software as a service, platform as a service, my bad. And got a custom branded app. I'm doing integrations. I'm using when it comes to workflows and stuff, I'm using automations and triggers and interconnecting all type of software. Like the tech background applies this, and I'm a videographer. The music comes into play here. The videos come into play when I make a beat that I like, and I just want to put some type of visualizer on top of it just to post on TikTok. Like, so it's like everything comes back here. Like, and then, I mean, on a non-technical side, like the people who I met through corporate America, I'm seeing on this side, on the creative side, and like they're getting me gigs on the creative side coming from corporate stuff. It's just crazy how all of this came together, and I'm gonna just bring it back home by just going back to what if I just picked a tech major at first instead of picking music my first semester? I wouldn't even had a full scholarship. So it's. Hey, look, man, I'm just out here trusting God and praying, man. Drinking my water and trusting God, man. So it's
drink
all
your
I'm doing,
water.
man.
So listen, first of all,
that was a long story. My fault.
It was a good one though.
Because I had so many questions, but I was like, I'm gonna let you go off because, like you said, going back to the Peter and the fish, how in the coin, it's like how does that all work together? So, but I do want to go back a little bit, you know, rewind the VHS real quick, and go back to, if I'm saying it correctly, and I really just want to say this. Say this word. Hagedish. Am I saying that right?
What'd you say?
Hagedish.
Yeah, man. See, it ain't that bad. Not
That's all.
Natchitoches.
No, spelling it. No.
Oh, I knew it was gonna be Nagadish. I knew it. Naggadish. That's how you spelled it, ain't it?
Nagadish. Yep.
I knew it.
Yep.
That's what it sounds like.
And it's not spelled anything like that. It's not a G in there at all, or a D.
How is that a T in there? But it says okay. Anyway, but
Natchitoches.
I'll tell you offline about it.
I don't know, low key. I ain't gonna hold you. That's the title of the episode. But so just explain the town. That's what I want to get at, because you said there were so many things you said, but one of the things that stood out to me was you said in your town of Natchitoches. I just want to say it now because I can say it. But you were the top black student, right? 4.0, valedictorian. Then you went to FAMU, and you was just a black student that was smart, but you got to compete against all these other people. So explain your town. Like, what was it like? How many people was in the town? How many people are still in the town now? And just kind of, give people that idea. Because, Milwaukee, we 500,000, maybe 300,000. We trying to get to 1 million. So, and here, it's big, but it's still kind of small as well, too. But, yeah, explain that.
Man. Nagadish got, I want to say 30,000.
30,000.
Let me look. It's not big at all.
You know what? It's so funny. I was thinking of my grandmother's side of the family is from Dumas, Arkansas, and I think they got about 1,000 people. So that's when my brain all the time.
I lied real quick. We got 17,000. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I knew 30 sounded high, but
okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like, it's weird, bro. Nagadish is kind of like the Matrix, and I hate to say that because everybody's want to be deep with stuff, like, but it's like you don't understand how it's limited until you go outside of Nagadish. You got a lot of people that don't leave Nagadish, or if they leave Nagadish, they go to Shreveport, or like they'll go to Houston or Dallas, but still be in the same kind of group of people, like the same circle that's that you was in Nagadish. And like until you get out of Louisiana, Texas, you don't even realize and the biggest time it's apparent, bro, is like the stuff on like Facebook. It'd be like, you from Nagadish when, or you from, and it'd be stuff like, you from Nagadish when it's 60 degrees in the morning and 90 degrees in the afternoon and 50 degrees at night. And like, that's a lot of places. So that's kind of what it was. I mean, I left it out the story, but after my first semester, I told my mom I didn't want to go back to FAMU. It's like, man, Florida was a weird place, bro. I mean, the whole Florida man thing is very real, first of all. Yeah, but I know it was different. It was way different than anything I used to like. It wasn't comfortable because, like, I felt like I had. I'm not saying conquered. Like I wasn't just like the man in high school. Let's make that clear. Like I had good grades and I was a drum major and I played saxophone. There's a smart dude played saxophone. Is it? But like I got the fam and it was like nobody speaks the same slang. Nobody knows the insiders from Nagadish. Like nobody knows about our band, or there's no credibility to anything. Like so it's. Everybody does different stuff. You go into the parties, man, they playing fast, they playing like, South Florida does all of the sped up music and like they dance and juke and all that stuff. Like the language, first time I heard somebody say jit, I was like, bro, what you call me? Like it's different versus like in Nagadish, like we're heavily influenced by like Houston culture. So like I listen to a whole lot of Chopped and Screwed, a whole lot of Zero, a whole lot of, that type of music. So I was like, going out was weird. I don't understand what these people talking about. None of my friends are here. Like I didn't know anybody but the people I met at orientation. And I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. And I was like, I could still get my tops. Tops is in the state of Louisiana. Well, however long ago we was in high school. long time. If you do a certain curriculum and you get a certain GPA, they'll pay for your tuition at any public school. So I was going to transfer back to Louisiana Lafayette with the guy who I told you I knew from high school who did coding, and I was going to do computer science at Louisiana Lafayette. My mom was like, just finish the year. She was like, TOPS will still be in effect after a year. Like, if you don't like it after the spring, we'll transfer you over the summer. You go to ULL. And I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna say mama's boy, but you know what I'm saying? My mama really like handled everything that I needed to do. Like, I don't got nobody to do nothing for me no more. Like I'm out here by myself. And I was like, I don't like it. And after that spring semester, I came back to Natchitoches. I was like, bro, I'm ready to get back to the hill, bro. And like, and I be thinking my mom all the time, like, I'm glad you didn't let me quit. I'm glad you didn't let me transfer back, because like, you can kind of see the people who haven't left their, I don't want to just say hometown, but like their circle of influence type of deal to like see other stuff. Like, people be shocked when like, yeah, I'm from Natchitoches. Went to school in Tallahassee, lived in Indianapolis for a while. I live in Atlanta now. They're like, oh, you got family out here? Like, no. Like, that's how it wasn't hard to transition. Like, man, I moved to Indiana with no family. This is easy. So I think that's really the big thing, is just like, there's a certain group think that you could tell is like from people who haven't left Natchitoches, like mentally. And you know what I'm saying, it's not to it's not anything degrading. Like I say, I didn't want to stay at FAMU because I didn't. You have to, I think, as a person, you have to not assimilate, but experience different stuff. Like, I mean, we interned in Milwaukee. Devin decided he could stay there. I mean, if they'd have offered me, if they'd have given me offer, I'd have been. but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody. Like, people from back home that be like, "Are you better than me? I couldn't live in the snow." You don't know. You ain't never seen snow. Right. Like, you seen that little layer of ice on. Now, don't get me wrong. If I never see snow again, I would be. Oh my God, I would be so happy if I never see snow. But you know, it's things. It's like, I rode one roller coaster before. I went to Kings Island and I rode the Beast, and at first I wasn't gonna ride it, and then the person I was talking to at the time, like, oh, you don't gotta ride it. I was like, I can't say I don't like it if I ain't never did it. So I'm gonna get on it. Oh, I hated it. Oh, I hate it. I never do it again. I never do it again. But I can say I did it. Like, so I ain't never jumping out no airplane, like, voluntarily. That's the one asterisk to this whole little situation. But I think it's just like you gotta experience new stuff. You gotta do stuff. Like, right before the pandemic, that was my first time out the country. I went to New Zealand. Talk about how everything come together. My roommate is actually I met her at Lilly. She left before I did. She DJs now. And she got booked in Africa, New Zealand. She's the resident DJ for the Atlanta Dream. Like, she DJ for the Falcons. Like, she's huge. And we went to New Zealand right before the pandemic, and it's like we're roommates now, and we are both full-time entrepreneurs. And I met her because of Eli Lilly. Like, I met her because I couldn't pick another school, and I put FAMU at the bottom of that list, and they came and gave me a scholarship, and I wasn't trying to go to FAMU, and I went to FAMU, and Terry Morris came through and recruited me to go to Eli Lilly, and I worked at Eli Lilly, and I met her. We got videos making beats in the car when we was in corporate. We used to like sneak out and put fake meetings on each other's calendar to like go to the car and make beats. Like, and now we're roommates. We partner, like we do business together. Like, when she needs videos, like, she hires me to do video. Like, that's how everything come together. Yep. I'm here because when I was sitting in the library finna take a PSAT, divine intervention, whatever you want to call it, I put FAMU on that line. So
that's dope. I love that you talked about that small town mentality, or that being able, because I talked to my cousin, he's from Dumas, and he said the same thing. He actually went to Florida as well. That's why I asked you about Full Sail. He went to Full Sail, but his graduating class, the dudes that made Saw was in his graduating class. So it was like, so he's like, the people that, back to your point of, make it whatever you make. He graduated. He ended up interning at a gospel record label. I forgot which one. It was one in the label. I forgot the name of the label. Something one. But anyway, Devin, I want to ask you that same question too. Coming from Fitzgerald, it's like, was that same type of thing where you left, came back, you was like, I'm like, all right, I need to experience something new, something different.
No, absolutely. So Fitzgerald's smaller than Negatives. So you mentioned like 17. I think Fitzgerald's a little under 9,000.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And where my wife is from, Sweetwater, I think they got like 225 if you look at their population. Like it's crazy. So being in Fitzgerald, I didn't know where I was going to college. I didn't know how I was paying for it, but I knew I wasn't paying for it. That's what I knew. And I knew I didn't want to be in South Georgia. So if you think about Georgia, Nick lives in Atlanta now. Fitzgerald's about 3 hours below there. I didn't want to be anywhere below Macon, which is like about halfway between both of them. I was like, I don't want to be anywhere below Macon. So I knew I wanted to get away from home. How far, I wasn't sure. But definitely you leave, you go back, and it's like, dang, the same people that was under the tree when I left, still under that tree. And you're talking to your classmates and people who never left home, and it's not a bad thing. It's just it's exposure. You don't know what you don't know, until you know it. Like I remember the first time I LB threw a day party at Miles for homecoming. Everybody's like, day party? What's a day party? Me and Nick was at day parties in Milwaukee. We was interning, so like it was like a whole, just a different culture. Because you just don't know what you don't know. So many people don't get out, so you don't know it's a world out there. You don't know there's a 75 miles per hour speed limit, in Houston, depending on where you at. You don't know about AI and ChatGPT and all this stuff, and nobody ever tells you about it. You don't know that music can be a career. Music festivals are a thing. You don't just have to go to Rolling Loud or Coachella. Like you can go to a Share the Vibes Fest and get put on the artist. Like you just don't know these things, and you don't know that you can do it. Like I'm pretty sure had I, to Nick's point, had I not went to that church conference in Mobile in 2010 and met Dr. Frenchie, he said, hey, you can come to Miles for free. And, I was like, whatever. And then, end up in Miles and Players Alpha and then do C2C. And now I know I'm roommates with Nick interning. And here we are doing a podcast 10 years later. Like you like it. But had I not just got involved and just did some of that stuff, I don't think Share the Vibes exists if that doesn't happen. So, it's exposure and getting out and not forgetting where you come from, but definitely not being constrained to where you come from. And that's where people fall trapped. You can't be afraid to experience something new and just see what's out there. And maybe you say, hey, nope, I'm going back to Fitzgerald. That's where I want to be. Wild chickens and the hurricanes. That's where I'm going to be. And that's cool. But no, definitely that small town mentality is real. And you said something, Nick. I think you said when you were in Indiana, you're working at Lilly, you was going to put the camera down and your neos, like, you sure you kind of good at that. Because, sometimes you have to get away from what's familiar to really know kind of what's really in you. You talk about the Bible earlier. One of my favorite stories is Jesus in the Gospels. I think it happens in all of them. I think it was Matthew when I first realized it, but he went back to Nazareth after he had been around doing this thing, performing all these miracles and everything. And the Bible says he couldn't perform miracles there because they didn't believe. The people got mad at him. Like, who this little carpenter son from Nazareth in the temple teaching all this stuff? Like, what? Who he supposed to be? Like, they legit got mad. So he left. And he went back to doing this thing in all these other places, blessing people by the multitude. So even Jesus had to get away from what's familiar to really experience his full potential. And I think sometimes we have to do the same thing. So I love the story, Nick. And like I said, we've been friends 10 years, but I learned a lot about you, in the middle of that story that I didn't know. So it's definitely a wonder, I would say, just how things come together like that. And that's what Share the Vibes is all about. You know, it was, I wouldn't know about the technology aspects had I not, done the MIS major and been working at GE. Had I not been in the band in high school, watched Drumline when I was a little boy, I would say, yep, Devin, that's me. Yep. Ain't have a daddy in my house either. Yep, play snap. Yep, that was me. Low haircut. Yep, that's me.
There's a picture to go along with this story.
Oh man. So I mean, the things come together, but now I'm using my technology skills, my passion for music, and my love for bringing people together. To give you this platform, and Nick's doing the same thing with Braden Visuals, and you're doing the same thing with Audio Moguls Media, just because it was exposure and just things came together. Things come together how they come together. So, I definitely recognize the small town mentality, and I would not trade growing up in it for nothing in the world. Let me say that was definitely some value. And growing up in a town where everybody knew everybody was your cousin, learn how to navigate all that, and not having all the amenities. I didn't know what it meant to have 3 malls, 10 high schools to choose from, and 3 universities in your hometown.
Bro,
I didn't know what that meant.
I was just telling somebody, in LA, saying parking for an event was $60, and I was like, bro, I can't do it, bro. I'm like, it's the principle. Like it's right next to like the 300% markup on bottles in the club. Like I just can't. It don't matter how much money, bro. Like I was like, and I tell her like, I'm from Natchitoches, bro. If you could put your car there, you could park there. You ain't. Only time we charge is for Christmas festival. Like and Christmas festival is like, I want to say I don't quote me, but I think it's the second biggest event next to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, like in Louisiana. Like it go from 17,000 like in the city during Christmas festival. It's like upwards of over 100,000 people in the city. It's crazy. That's the only time. And they be charging 20. Well, I ain't lived in a long time, so it might be inflation, but like it's like certain stuff, and I love it now. Like I be like, bro, you from Chicago, like you grew up like y'all. Did y'all have to play baseball like in the street? Like is that how that's like when y'all had foot races? Like y'all had bottle glass there too? Like y'all had to get, but like y'all had fields. Y'all ain't never. And like you get like you country as hell. You like y'all ain't never raced through a field. That's crazy. Y'all ain't got nobody. Ain't nobody like nobody got chickens. Hey, y'all. That's crazy, bro. So and I think it's cool because I think there was a level of growth that happened. There were stages to this along the way, and the first stage was being okay with like people are different, like. You can't expect everybody to be. People are different, and you have to. First was acknowledging people are different, and that's okay. Second was people are different, and let me learn from what they did. Like, cause I used to be like, man, I wish I could. I wonder what it'd be like to grow up in New York. I wonder what it'd be like when I meet people. Man, how y'all do this? Like, just talking to somebody about they was talking about using MARTA to get to the airport, and I was like, bro, if you ain't got no car in Natchitoches, you walk. Like I don't know, I have no idea how public transportation works. Like I've always had a car, so after you start learning from people, then you start to see the value in like networking and like going different places. Like you see people and you realize like to me, New York, Chicago, Miami, that's like fresh out of like when I first went to college, it's the same place. Like it's a big city. Like oh no, big cities are like just different culture and they're like. Philly is a crazy place, like shout out to Philly. I just had interesting experiences in Philly. Like it's packed. And then like you go to New York and like New York is so big, like it's literally like how you describe it, like from my experience. And then I thought Chicago gave me anxiety, and Chicago is actually probably like one of the more chill big cities. And LA is actually my favorite big city because it's built out, not up.
Yeah.
And so like, I didn't even have no concept. I was like, bro, that's right now at my house. Like you gotta wait for them to come get the trash. Man, we used to take our trash and go burn it. Or there was the big dumpsters around the front. Like Put on the truck, go throw your trash out in the dumpster. So like there's that. And then here's the part that I just got though. The part that I just got is that once you learn all these things, you go out and experience the world. You can't come back to Natchitoches and expect people to look at the world the same you do or look down at them because they don't have those experiences. And you also cannot treat them differently because they don't have those experiences. And I don't code switch with people who haven't had those experiences. But I also know how to hold certain things a certain value, like without being demeanor or anything. Like I'm not about to change my entire vocabulary when I'm chilling with the guys from back home. But I also know, like, I know you wouldn't know about this thing, so why would I talk about it and make a joke, like make you feel, because I know you're going to feel like, man, he coming back from Atlanta, Florida or whatever, like he think he better because he done been like, no, bro, you still my dog. Like we can't get Four Locos and Mad Dog, but you know what I'm saying? We can go get a bottle, we can chill, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not expecting you, and I'm learning that with like family members too. Like you go out and as you coming from a small town, when they say like that whole it take a village thing, like that's is really mindset is really crazy. Like so you don't know, you got people who raise you or who are influential in your life and they mean well, but that's not the type of person you need to take advice from on this subject on. So you got that, you learn who to listen to. So then when I learned stuff, I want to come back and be like, hey, you need to do this, and that. And they reject it. And I'm like, well, you gonna always be like that, man. You can't do that. You got like everybody grows on their own time. So like it's a cool thing. Like I be joking, like, but my, you know what I'm saying, my name good in every hood, you know what I'm saying? Like I go to a whole lot of different places. Everybody know Nick Braden, you know what I'm saying? Not as many that know Dev, but you know what I'm saying? I'd have been a lot of places and I'd have learned a lot of stuff. I was just dissecting lingo. Like, I don't know where I picked this up from. Like, oh yeah, I use some Chicago stuff. I use some Florida stuff. I use some Atlanta stuff. I still got a bunch of Louisiana in me, but a lot of stuff, I still come from Texas too. Like, and it's like, there's nobody else that's Nick Braden. And I think that's what this all comes together to. It's like, there's nobody else who has this story. And so if everybody else did the exact same thing, they don't see the world like I do. And that's why my vision is different, like, because nobody else has this story. And
the beautiful thing about this, especially when we talk about being creatives, because you work with so many different people who have these different stories. And as a creative, you're telling stories. And, you know, being from a Fitzgerald, a Natchitoches, even Milwaukee, and you go to these different places. And so I've been in Fitzgerald, Birmingham, Milwaukee, Connecticut, Charlotte now, a little bit in Arizona. But when you go to these different places, you interact with these different people in these different circles, and then you bring your art into it. You know, like me when I'm DJing, like something that I have that not all DJs have, I have different crates for different cities. And my goal is I want to be at a party and be like, all right, Cali, who in the house from Cali? And I can give you a Cali set. Who in the house from Louisiana? I can give you a Louisiana set. Who in the house with and I want to, you know, I just want to give you, be able to do that. But that comes from that worldview. I've had these different experiences. And, you know, I know that Milwaukee will go crazy over JP. And Louisiana, they're going to go crazy when they hear Big Frida come on or something. And, you know, Georgia want to hear their little baby or whatever. But those are things you learn when you interact with different people in these different circles, and you're able to bring these stories together. So even in the corporate world, when people are saying certain things, it's like, no like why would you even have a car that only goes 10 miles or something? It's like, well, if you live on a dirt road, you know, got to move some bricks around, you know, you need that big old pickup truck that go 10 miles per gallon, you know, running off diesel like you. But unless you've had those experiences, you don't always know that. So I think that diversity of exposure makes you even more effective and powerful as a creative when it comes down to videos, music, tech, all that.
And it definitely matters.
Come from these different experiences.
It matters when you have this. So Devin, though, I'm kind of retired at this point, but I wouldn't call it trolling. I was like I was a serial debater on social media for a while. I would post stuff that was get the people going. And then I used to enjoy it and I would egg it on. Like I'm the type of person like I will debate. We could be talking and we'll be talking about why the Rode mic better than the Shure mic, and then I'll turn around and then I'll argue with somebody who got a podcast and they all got a Rode mic, and I'd be like, well, I mean, they ain't like the Shures though, you know, like the Shure. I do that because it's like so many people cannot think objectively now, like, and they're locked into their thing, and it's even bigger than just hometowns now because social media gives you that commit. Like you would think it was all people who think exactly like you, but so they feed you exactly what you want to see. So you think you experiencing stuff. No, they showing you exactly the stuff you talk about. They showing you products, people, things, places that align with what you already fed them because they want you to stay on the app more. So like, I be going left field, but like, and when you really see diversity come to play, is like Kendrick and Drake beef. Like when you have certain dialogues about it, like it's like I already know what certain people gonna say because like I'm not saying I'm a psychologist and nothing like that, but I can observe and I can see, like I already know. I know who you gonna think one. I know who you gonna think one, and then I could come and have a conversation with. I had a conversation with my boy, and he was the only person I had like legit argument, like not argument, but conversation about it. But like because you're not gonna jump to extremes. And I was like, I said, bro, I thought LeBron Jordan was the craziest debate. Like you had people saying, like Drake will never be the same again. Like I'm like, bro, they said that with Pusha. And they was like, oh yeah, Kendrick got what's the They Not Like Us is the best diss song of all time. Like, hit 'em up, no Vaseline, ether. Like bro, what are we talking about? Like this, it'll be a hit for a little bit, but like it'll be equivalent of like a back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so and the same point that I argue with one person on it, like I go back and say, oh no, I think Kendrick murdered that. Like, oh, so that when it comes to like mindset, bro, you gotta be open. And I think that comes in play for real with creatives for sure. Cause like when you get in the room with people who are creative, who've had these experiences, that's like that be the real cool part. That's the real full circle moments when Nick meet Devin and Devin from Fitzgerald, and he gonna tell her I'm from Fitzgerald, and Devin meet Nick, I'm from Natchitoches. Like, you know, like, and you end up at the gym playing Mel Waiters and Theodis Ely, and then you know what I'm saying, and you about to go out, like you're like, bro, you listen to that, like it, man, and the insiders are funnier, the jokes are funny, and then like you know what it's like for XYZ. You know what it's like to go to the store and get a bag of chips, and they make a Frito pie out of it at the store, and they cost 50 cents, and you know what I'm saying? You know what that's like, and you also know what it's like to be in, you know what I'm saying, in a tailored suit in a penthouse, like, and about to go to a meeting with a bunch of people that got more zeros in their bank account than we ever thought was possible growing up. You know, like it's being able to be in any room is it's a talent. Like it's a gift to experience yourself and be able to be, because what they say, get you somebody that can do both. Like,
yeah,
man, we can go sit under that tree, get a bottle, and I shoot the I don't know the language on here, so you know what I'm saying? Y'all know the phrase. Or we can, you know what I'm saying? We can go play chess. I'm not the best. I don't know all the rules. You know what I'm saying? Or we could go to a gala, you know what I'm saying? Or something that's sophisticated and know I could get loud. I'm not gonna lie, I could get loud. That part of negative be coming out. I could get loud and I don't be knowing. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know how to carry yourself at certain places, but they're still the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know how to move. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's certain values that come from coming up in the country, bro. Like it's
funny because like going back to my cousin, it's crazy how both of y'all are like, I talk to him all the time. So and it's just all making connections because when he moved out, Or no, when he moved to Florida, hustle, grind, and then now he's living in Tennessee, and he's a full-time entrepreneur as well. And so he get the same type of things. Every time I talk to him, like, man, when I go back to town, I like to hide. He hide his car because he don't want folks to know that he's back in town, because then things start happening where it's like, all right, hey, you think you're better than us, and I saw you on TV, or I saw your name on the credits on TV and things like that. And it's like, I'm like, bro, it's like that for real? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, yeah, people be hating on you for real when you go back into town.
I'll tell you the flip side of that. I was in the middle when I first left. That was probably the weirdest place I had probably been my whole life, because it's like having the experiences in Florida and then going to live in Indiana, like going back home. Plus, a lot of people leave Natchitoches. I mean, you can't really blame people. They leave Natchitoches. So going back home, it wasn't really the same. But then I got this corporate job, and on my second day at the job, I got pulled into a little empty conference room, and I was told I had to tone it down. I was too loud in country.
Wow.
So I'm like, what? How do I speak incorrectly? I have to focus when I'm in a meeting room, because I'm not speaking how everybody else is supposed to. And like now, but I'm thankful for that time, because I remember my thought process when it was like, I'm too, we call it too white for back home, and I'm too country for corporate. And see now, man, I just go get the job done. Like, there's certain stuff where etiquette comes into play for sure. Certain times, like certain etiquettes come into play. But like, if I feel like putting on this hoodie and some sweats, and I'm finna go do a video shoot, like, that's not. I could do the video shoot, and I could take my tiny camera, my Sony camera, and if that's what's gonna get the job done, I could do it with that. Or I could put on I just feel like wearing a suit for the day. I don't really get the chance to wear on too much. I throw on a suit, and I go do it in a suit, and it's gonna be the same thing, because I'm me regardless, and I'm cool with that. And so, but that was a time that I had to learn that, because other people don't understand that part of you, like, it don't make you any less than, like, especially now that I'm an entrepreneur, like, oh, you don't like me doing that, then we don't have to do business.
Yep. That's the beauty of it.
By the same token, I work at a church that don't like people, men to have earrings. They're a retainer. They pay my rent. I take the earrings out. Young Nick would have been like, why I gotta take y'all can't, people wear earrings.
Yep.
You want me to cover the tattoos too? Y'all gonna cut the check?
Yep.
So it's all growth.
Do you technical question? And it's probably jumping around a little bit, but hey, this the podcast now, the episode now. Do you always shoot in log when you do your videos? Do you have to shoot in log?
I rather shoot log.
Okay, all right, good to know, because I don't know what to do when I put that setting on. So
I actually talked about that.
Okay.
So I taught a class. I'm about to start back.
Okay, I
by the time the pod come out, it'll probably be lunch. But I never had any formal training with camera or film. Like, I've been on film sets. I've been on commercial sets. I worked with Olympic hockey team. Like, and I worked with a lot of people who went to film school, and they'll be like, yeah, bro, we gotta do ABC, X, Y, and then if we can finish this in the next hour, then we could do it. It's like, we gotta do what? It's done. But no, we can't do that because we gotta. Who's editing it? I mean, I'm editing it, but you gotta mark that so you can. Like, it's so much stuff that's like that people do because that's what you're supposed to do, I didn't learn that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, in the later part, like, you know what I'm saying? Now you can, I spend a fair share of my time on YouTube and researching and staying up to date. Like, the media world changes, I'd argue, almost as fast as tech, because it's influenced by tech. But I just found what worked. Like, I got a video on my Instagram. I was like, oh, you want some RGB lights? Let me show you how to do it. I went and got cans and light bulbs with photo dividers and paper clip them to the can lights to get colored lights. And I got a dimmer from Lowe's. Man, I use them lights so much. Like, before everybody had the Aperture and the fancy lights like that. I should be sponsored by Aperture, by the way. I got so much Aperture stuff. But it's like I found out what works. So, like, there's a whole lot of trial and error. It's a whole lot of stuff that I did and I messed up. Like, I could do audio better now because I was so successful for a while. I was making money doing recaps and doing montages and stuff. I never really worked with audio. So when a marketing agency came and brought me to do interviews with C-level execs at this startup company, and there was signal interference, it was fried, and I didn't know because I didn't have headphones. Because I was just recording. I was like, oh yeah, we're recording it, and they just sitting here. That's it. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, headphones. That's why y'all say you got headphones? Yeah, I got like 5 pair. I keep an emergency pair of wired ones in the bottom of my camera bag. I keep one in my backpack. I got these. I got my studio KRK headphones. Like, that's because I messed up. That was thousands of dollars that I messed up, and then there's times where I forgot stuff that I needed, and you figure it out. You figure, like, that's, people want to know about, you know what I'm saying, how you charge people stuff. Like, that's an intense where I had to get past. Like, you're not paying me my price because of the camera that I have, or you're paying me my price because you trust me to get the job done regardless. Like, I know how to get the job. Like, we show up to a shoot and somebody, I don't know, somebody, while I was tying my shoe, somebody stole my camera bag out the car. I don't got no camera, but I still got my phone. We finna make a fire video. Like, I know how to do it. Like, we gonna get the audio clean. We gonna get, like, I know how to do all of this stuff because it's trial and error. So when I teach, I be like, yeah, I don't know if there's any textbook. I know that this is technically a rule, but this is how you do this. Or if you want to do this, this is how you do it. Like, now, when you get to a bigger set and you got to work with a team, but my mindset is I'm training my team to do it how I do it. So my team is just, we ain't finna do all that. That's unnecessary work, and it take too long, and then you got to pay people more, and it take longer, and then we saving money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So I don't. All that to say, I just called out people be shooting at log for no reason, because like log gives you increased dynamic range. You're in a completely controlled environment, and don't plan on color grading because it's a talking head that's gonna be. You don't even have a crazy lighting setup, and it's just gonna be a talking head, and people be like, "Oh yeah, shoot this in log," and you don't understand how you expose different log images. All of them have different curves. Like you're not getting a higher bit rate using this version of log versus that one. So like, and you got to turn it around fast. Like, so I'm gonna shoot standard, so I don't have to color grade this because I know they value quick more than they value beautiful image. They just want the information out. So I'm gonna shoot this natural. Oh, I'm shooting my own spec work. I shot a fake Gymshark ad. Oh, it was 6K log, 10-bit, 422. Like, cause I need all the range possible when I come back and sit down and edit this. Like, I need to be able to push the image as much as I want to like get my grade. Like, so I shot log, and I got time. I ain't not on nobody's time schedule. It's my personal project. So that's what's the book called? Start with Why. I ain't never read it, but I imagine it's something like that.
Like you're right in front of me. That's so funny.
Oh man, what's been your to the video where you talk about working with the Olympic hockey team? Like I say, I know you were with Ron Isley recently. You've done some modeling stuff. Like I follow you, so I know you got a range of content you've done. But what's been your favorite video project to date, and what's your ideal video client, if you will? If you're listening, he's pulling out his phone.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because he just got the audio. Yeah. Open phone, click the album button, swipe over to the folder labeled Braden Visuals. Click it. Man. Favorite video? I'm inclined to say all right, so I think I have I probably have two that I would have to say. The first one I actually mentioned earlier, and it is the all-white graduation party from 2016, because that was like, and I got paid, like they brought me from Indiana to Tallahassee and paid me to shoot that party. And my line brother told me at the time, he was like, man, this joint gonna be a classic. And I was like, classic? But I watched it. Every time I watch it, I'd be like, bro, I was so fired back then. Like, it's ignorance is kind of bliss, because you're not looking at all of the set. You're looking at the shot. You're looking at the story. You're looking at, there's a lot of stuff. Like, I push way too much blue in the shadows. Like, people's dang near purple in some of these shots. But like the video, and Chance the Rapper coloring book had just dropped right before I flew to Tallahassee. And so No Problems hadn't been played out at the point, and I made that party into No Problem. And it was, man, that was cool. The other one I would say is probably from last summer, Terry's church. It was really just a church conference recap, but like TD Jakes was there, and it was like, I felt like I was in my bag on that edit, like the sound design, not sound design, but the sound bites that I used for everybody that was speaking, and like the edits and the like, it just, and that video did not get the love that I thought it was gonna get. I think it only got like 40, 50 likes or something like that. But I think that one was just kind of like I felt like maybe I wasn't great at, I didn't trust myself with editing, because at that point I was kind of coming off of still working with with Change Church, and so a lot of our stuff didn't require any type of like, they needed it so fast. There was no wasn't doing no edits like that, and so like I started to question if I could really edit for real. And I don't like editing. I put that out there. I do not like editing. I just I can be good at it when I like the edit, but I do not like editing. I'd rather pay somebody else to edit.
I'm with you on that.
That was the one. And if I had to pick one other one, I had to pick three. So the all white, the TD Jakes one, and then there's a video I did with a model from India named Ashley. It's a blue video. Some of the sound design is a little off now, because I look back at it and I'll be like, yeah, that was too loud, like that. But at that point, like the image, if y'all, it's still on my, I keep that one up. I don't ever take that one down. But that one was kind of like, every time I go back and look at it, it's like it don't get old, but it's like, yeah, this was fire. Like, I can't accidentally do that anymore. Like, it's got to be overly prepared. So yeah, that was three. All white, Ashley model video, and I also had a lot of people tell me they like that one. And then the TD Jakes one, that'd probably be my three. Yeah,
I love the range between those three though.
Yeah,
you went from the all white graduation party, so back to your roots and fam. to a church conference with TD Jakes. And then we got the model in the middle here too. Like it's like a quiet span, but it's really a microcosm of the work you do. It's just if anyone follows you, Braden Visuals on IG.
And it was at Braden Visuals for the business, BradenVisuals. That's the business page, and I'm actually in the middle of a rebrand. So what I want to do is separate the two, because you asked my ideal client. And so I kept having these phases where, and you probably seen it, where like I would take a whole bunch of stuff off my page, and then I go put it all back, and I take it all off, and I put it all back, and I'd be like, do I want LinkedIn to know I'm a videographer? And I was like, yeah, like, and then and now I say growth. I'm comfortable in this position. It's like all of that come together, like how I shot that all white party, how the model video actually came together, and how the church with TD Jakes edit came together. Like those experiences all apply to if I was shooting a video for this mouthpiece cap. Like it all matters. So like if somebody doesn't want to work with me because they see like lingerie model videos on my page, or somebody don't like TD Jakes and they see that on my page, like then we just don't have to work. Like that's I'm the summation of all of these things, like all of these different examples have made me. So like that being said, Nick Braden is a videographer. I'm working on niching down even further to director of photography. That's my ideal role as a DP. And I like lights. I love everything about lights and lighting scenes and choosing the right camera angle and choosing the right lens. I could geek out about that real quick. So, but Braden Visuals is a video marketing agency that helps businesses with branded content marketing. So I work with businesses. I work with events. I work with brands. So if you, like my roommate's a DJ, work with her. Change Church, it's a church, and Pastor Darius Daniels, work with him, individual. The conference, the church conference, that's an event. Parties, that's events. I'm working with a women's hygiene company now, and also a startup for a innovative water bottle solution. That's products and branding. Just shot a fake Gymshark ad, Gymshark times AirPods Max. So like that's the business side of it, but you'll see all of that on Braden Visuals. And on the Nick, my other page is Nick, Nickd as in dog, Braden, Braden. Nick D. Braden, you'll see me post a lot more range of stuff. So you might see the model videos on there. You might see, like I shot master classes. I got one of those shoots. I actually got two of those in June. I might wake up and want to shoot the ad for this microphone or something just to like practice. Or you'll see me doing talking head stuff with like people you'll see all of that on my page. Or you'll see like all of the teaching stuff will be more so on my page. And so once I get going, I want it to be, I'm working on building my business so I can have SOPs and work myself out of the business so I can work on the business. And I don't know how long y'all got me for, so I'm gonna put this right here because this is a very recent discovery that I'm on so heavy right now. When I left corporate, and I realized this because I was talking to one of my friends from Natchitoches, lives in Texas now though, and he was saying he got severance from his company. He worked construction, and he was like, man, they gave me you know what I'm saying, 5 figures, and he was like, I could do what I want to do. Like I wake up and I do, and I was like, bro, you sound like me in 2020. I was like, but I was like, hear me out. The day that 5 go to 4, you remember it. The day that 4 go to 3, the day that bank account is red, you remember. And I was like, what I've learned recently is that everybody's pushing entrepreneurship, and there's extremes on both sides. Like I say, everything applies. There's a physics concept that says if something applies in one area, it applies to everything. I forget what it's called. But just like everything coming together, like people go to extremes with the entrepreneurship and corporate job, and like now people trying to start like getting trades in there too. The extremes are what I hate, and that's why I get people to debate, because anybody that's on an island with extreme, you got to realize nothing is black and white. It's all gray. So I just want to like people realize it's gray. So what I used to think that I had to be an entrepreneur, and that was what I want to do, so I could do what I want to do. Like, man, I could wake up, I could work on what I want to work on. I could choose the projects I want to do. If I'm working, I make money. Like, I don't need a salary because like I control the cash flow, versus like I could work really hard in corporate and I don't make no extra money. Like, they don't give me they decide what my bonus. Like, I don't like that. And I was kind of right a little bit. When you're an entrepreneur, you still have a boss. Your clients are your boss. Like, and if you don't have the proper systems in place, you'll go crazy for them way faster than you will with a corporate boss. Like, so what I learned, all this, it sounds like one of them webinar pictures. I ain't dropped the word all this time. I hate when people do that. It's all about leverage. Leverage is what people want. The people say they want freedom, and they want to do what they want, and that's exactly what I want. And I realize it's with leverage. Leverage is I have a business right now. Phase 1 is to work myself. It's to replace all of the jobs that I do in the business with other people who could do that job. That gets me out of the business so that I can work on positioning and work on the business. Working on the business, I grow the business so that the business pays me while I'm not working in it. While the business is paying me while I'm not working in it, I go back and get a tech. I work on, takes 3-6 months, get a certification, go back into tech, make tech money while I have the business paying me that I'm working in the business, get that salary, and also I can apply for something that I like, not for something that I need. Like, it's a whole different thing when you don't need it. It's because you have leverage. So now I got a tech job, or I don't know, maybe business, marketing, something, I don't know, some corporate job. That's cool. And I'm taking that money, and invest it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a novice with investing. I don't really know too much about that. That's on my agenda of things to learn, but it's not enough hours in a day right now. I'm gonna get there. Investing and diversify investing. Now, if my corporate job say, hey, yeah, we changing the hours from 8 to 5 to 11 to 11:30. Like, well, I'm out. Like, cool. Or like, oh yeah, we need you to take a pay cut, like, because we gotta reposition. Oh, I'm out. Like, that's cool. Or like the day that I feel like I got the corporate job and I'm doing something I love, I got my money's invested and I'm and it's diversified and it's bringing me back return on investment. And I'm not even just talking about real estate and stocks and stuff. I'm talking about like I have digital products, I have courses, I have different ventures that I don't have passive income. I don't own, you know what I'm saying? Braden Visuals is getting stressful, man. Like, I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it to somebody. Now I don't have that, and like now, maybe I'm in a chapter of my life. Man, I just want to go. I want to move to Turks and make music, and I want to make 10 albums on the beach in Turks, and I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna sell them, and I'm gonna document the process. I got leverage. Like I don't need any one of these things, and so now I have leverage. So it's not about, oh, I don't want to do this, I want to do that, and then I'm also not stuck being a videographer editing until 3-4 in the morning when I'm 80 years old, you know, like, so that's the formula for me right now, is that I'm working on leverage. First, get myself out of my business so that I can work on the business, so that I can grow the business, so that I have time to get back into a corporate job, so that I can get that corporate money in addition to the money that I'm making passively from my job. Take that money to invest back into Braden Visuals and other sources. And then at that point, you know, like, I don't have to do either. I do it because I enjoy it. And I think that's what life is when you can do stuff because you enjoy it, not because you have to. And that's what I think. If I could go back to, because my friend who got his severance, he was like, yeah, bro, it's going dry. And I'm like, I got to figure out what I'm going to do. And I'm like, I remember being there. Right? I remember that. And I remember the panic that forced me to get to work and like figure out how to, if I knew then what I knew now, when I had, you know what I'm saying, 50,000 in the bank, it could, what I was doing, I was chilling. I was like, oh, I can do what I want. I can sleep till 11 if I want to today. Like, oh, I ain't got to do this today. I could go to the gym from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. I could be in the gym 3 hours a day if I want to. Now I'm like, bro, I got to get the gym time down to an hour. Like, so it's all growth. It's all growth. And also the biggest thing with all this, if anybody's listening in the same position, my pastor, Darius Daniels, he preaches all the time. I'm sorry if this is not a religious space, but I'm always go back to Jesus, man. God is a redeemer of time. That don't mean he give you more time. That means he gives the time that you got left and make it worth more than the time that you feel like you lost. So it's all growth. It's all learning.
Shundo.
Hey, look, praise him.
Yeah.
Hey.
All the time. All the time. Every time.
When I saw your wheels turning there, man.
No, I was gonna jump back into one thing that he kind of talked about it earlier, but we haven't gotten back to it. And of course, you know, Share the Vibes is all about sharing the vibes and vibe talk and all that good stuff. Is going back to that you said Fruity Loops, and I recall, and it's so funny. It's a parallel.
I wanted to get back there.
Yeah, it was a parallel to that story. My cousin also gave me Fruity Loops as well too. He charged. I don't know if your cousin charged you. My cousin charged me. He charged me $30, and now to this day I still remind him because now I figured out how to get, going back to your experiences and just trying stuff. I found out how to get the crack version of FL Studio Fruity Loops at the time, and I'm like, he charged me $30 for something I got for free. Now, you know, now I'm trying to do the right thing. I paid the full version for the producer. Now
that that's out there, I will say that was the main part that tech has helped me with. I used to
absolutely.
Mac Torrent download went crazy.
Torrent Bay? Oh man, Pirate Bay. Pirate Bay. That's what I was talking about. Pirate Bay. I remember that. Woo! I remember you took me back right there, boy. You took it back.
I've owned all of my software legally for at least over a decade. Let me just throw that out there. So
yeah, got the right stuff now. You got no viruses on your computer now. But the music though, So you said earlier, and this might have been pre-production. I could be wrong on this, but you said that you make music now. You're not trying to sell it. You're not trying to do anything like that. Let's get to some of the music. So talk about that love for music when it comes to producing it, because we are, you know, obviously know that you played in the band, you wanted to go to school for music. Talk about that love for producing it. Like, what got you into wanting to actually create the music yourself?
Man. Oh, I love easy questions, man. I was nervous before I came in. I love easy questions. So I told you I was a drum major. And so actually the whole producing started with arranging in Sibelius for the band, because we used to like you had to pay the college bands to get their arrangements, and my band director went to Southern, so like that was kind of like our main place that we went to. But he had a couple other connections, and like we had a student teacher who also was pretty nice with arranging. But like there were songs that like, you know what I'm saying, that like, we in the stands, man. We from Natchitoches. You got hometown heroes who got songs that's hard, and it was like, can we play this? And so I started practicing arranging for the band, and also some of them songs, man, the saxophones had horrible parts. Like, and I was like, if I arrange the song, man, we gonna have the melody, bro. We playing the melody. So So I started arranging, and the band director let us play a couple of my arrangements.
How was that feeling?
Man, it was crazy. The first one we played that I arranged was Right Above It by Lil Wayne. Crowd went crazy when we played it, and I was drum major at the time. Bro, I was like, I wrote that. I arranged it. It was crazy. So then, after I was arranging for a little while, my cousin had gave me that Fruity Loops a while ago. So I still had it on like a hard drive somewhere. But fast forward to now, I'm using Sibelius. Actually, it wasn't Sibelius. It was another one. It was a competitor to Sibelius. I think it was easier. I can't remember what it was.
Ableton? No.
It was strictly for arranging. I cannot remember. I mean, everybody done bought everybody now. But I was like, I arrange. I was like, this is the same. Because, in arrangements, like, people put different parts and change them up a little bit to make their own flavor to the arrangement.
Definitely.
Complete tangent. When these college bands play, they not like us. Next year, it's going to be crazy.
Crazy.
Absolutely.
But I was like, I can write. I can make my own stuff if I said all it is like, man, the bass line is what you would get a tubas. The melody is like what I play on the saxophone. We get the backing chords is what the trombones play. I play some chords. That's what the trombones do. Put a bass line like the tuba. The hardest part is just be like the drum, like, because anytime I arrange, I just always tell drum line, hey, look, do what y'all do. Have fun. I never really wrote the drum parts. But I was like, yeah, all I got to do is learn to do drums and we straight. And so then that's when I started getting into producing, man. And it's I can hear my first beat. I'm gonna have to send it to y'all offline, right? It is so bad. I still remember the sound like, but it's on the video of my little brother and sister dancing when they were kids. It is crazy. Hold on, real quick. I know the people that's watching. I don't know if y'all can cut this, and I think I can. I hate to. Wait. It say, "Are you still around?" It's finna make me leave. Hold on, wait. What did it say? Yep, I'm still here. I'm glad I waited. But look, can we take 2 minutes? I gotta go to the bathroom, bro. I know y'all been seeing me drink all this stuff. I'll be right back, bro. Just cut it. Just clip it.
That's what I'm gonna stop it right now. That's perfect.
Hey, look. Let's pay some bills. Ain't that what they say? All right, man. Hey, look. This episode is not sponsored by Braden Visuals, but I'm here.
You got to do some visuals for us. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. Because I got
look, man.
I bought this. This is what I was actually using to show y'all the stuff. So I got this Sony FX30.
I actually want one of those.
Oh man, well listen, I don't know what I'm doing with it. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. That's why I my log, because when I'm looking at all the YouTube videos, it's like, oh yeah, you're shooting Cine log, and it'll be great, and then the color grade over here, and I'm like, oh, color grading look fun, but like I don't think I need to do all that. And I'm buying all these LUTs, and I'm like, oh, these LUTs look good. This LUT look good. Let me go ahead and buy this little package real quick. And I'm like, man,
what you shoot?
Just talking head videos, really podcast videos. So anybody that's in there, and I do like just to practice, I'll do like a blog type thing where I'm like, walking around and going to different places and stuff like that, and just shooting and all that stuff, just trying to practice in different environments and different lighting and all that stuff. So
perfect. That was that's what I was about to tell you to do. I'm about to say, don't watch no more YouTube videos, because if you watch for the next week, if you sat on YouTube and you was blessed with the ability not to have to sleep, and you watch straight how to swim videos for a week, and then you want to jump in the pool, you're not gonna be able to swim right off.
No, I agree.
You gotta go jump in the pool, and then realize I was getting tired after a couple of seconds, and I kept on swallowing water. Now you can go to YouTube and be like, how to not swallow water while you trying to breathe while swimming, and then you answer that question, and then you go back and you try it. Like, YouTube is gonna be an endless void if you just trying to like go and learn everything. So quick aside, that is something that I did very wrong in my video journey. I was always a perfectionist. Oh man, wait till I get this. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna upgrade my camera. I'm gonna upgrade my lens. I'm gonna upgrade. I upgraded my I started paying for Premiere. Like I'm like, I need this. Then I was like, oh yeah, I got everything I need. I'm ready. You know, like, yeah, how much you charge for a video? $1,000. And I was like, let me see your portfolio. I was like, I ain't got one yet, but just trust me, I could do it. Oh, just trust me, I could do it. They like, $1,000. Trust you. Yeah. What I learned was, one, I wasn't as good as I thought I was. I was not good enough to charge that price when I thought I was charging that price. Two, J. Cole says beauty in the struggle.
Beauty.
You go out there, and just like I said a little bit ago, I be watching my old videos like, man, that was good. And I see the intricacy of it now. And back then, I know for a fact that was an accident. I was just shooting. But so like I tell everybody, just go shoot some stuff and shoot some stuff not that shoot some stuff that matter. Like go shoot somebody doing and if you don't have another role like at the Shadow Vibe joint, hey look, I do a recap. And then do it and then when you get back you go sit down and edit, you're like, why is all of this choppy? Then you can come to me and say, hey look, why I shot video and it's this is what I was trying to do, but it's shaky and it got like lines coming through. Like, okay, this is what went wrong. You need to look and check for this part. So next time you're in this situation, do that. And then you can actually get the lines out in post. You could do this right here. And then now you know how to do that versus if you just came to me and said, hey, can you teach me how to shoot videos? Right. And I'm like, well, you turn the camera on, you press record. Like, so yeah, that's where it is, bro. I just do the stuff that scare you with the camera and film it. Hey, look, I lost C-level execs. Thousands of dollars on it, and they didn't even reshoot it. They didn't even reshoot it, bro. Like,
ooh,
yeah. But the company didn't. The company that hired me brought me back in for the next shoot, and because they wanted me to be confident. Shout out to Right Hand, and we still work together to this day. And they didn't ask me to get in the money back that they paid me for the job either.
Oh, that's nice.
But I learned from it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's on the video on the video tip. That's that. But jumping way back to the beats, to the music. I was arranging, and I had arranged a bunch of songs. Then what happened was my band director started saying like, nah, we can't do that one. We can't do we got enough songs. Like we need this many songs to please the crowd. Like there's different people in the crowd. You can't just make hip hop. So you can have. It's like this is an easy song. Like I arranged. Come on, what's up? And so I'm like, man, I wasted my time arranging songs. Like make beats. And got that little setup. Started making beats. It was horrible. Yeah, very horrible. And then what's crazy? This is what's crazy. All of my early beats sound like they could probably make a whole Young Boy album right now. But in 2010, that wasn't a sound, and it sounded. It was like, yeah, it sounded like Louisiana. I was like, It's like I'm trying to make Justice League. I'm trying to make Ryan Leslie. I'm trying to. This sound like.
That's my boy.
This sound like Set It Off Part 2. Like, And then so like I actually stopped for a while. I got discouraged because like I don't know how to make anything but Louisiana sounding beats. Like, and then when I thought about it one day, it was a while, and I was like, this is a whole avenue now. Yeah, Young Boy, Fredo, like that whole Baton Rouge sound like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. So then when I went back to go back. I was like, well, we in business. Finna go make. Can't make them no more. Can't even do it. I spent so much time trying to change my sound, I can't do it. I can't do it no more. So yeah, that's the other reason why I don't. I was trying to force it to be. I was like, man, I can make money. You know how much money you can make off of beats, especially like if you do leases, bro. Like you lease a beat for $20, and it's hot, and it's you got it out there on BeatStars and stuff. Well, it wasn't no BeatStars back then, but like now, like you know how much money you can make off of that for people downloading, and you just put out like 2 beats a week or so. Like after like a year, you got so many in your repertoire, and like people can keep on buying them. Like nobody gets exclusive rights if they just lease it. So I tried it, and I was like, I wasn't getting the sound that I wanted. And it was frustrating me. And then I started to feel like I wasn't good at music. Like, and so like, nah, I don't do that. When I feel like making music, I go make music. And if I wake up the next morning and I be like, this is dog poop. but I had fun making it. You know what I'm saying? I had me some bourbon and it was just hitting the keys, but it sounded good last night. You know what I'm saying? It was cool.
Well, like, 413 right here is not dog.
Hey, look, man. I made that. So that was that beat last year. I mean, really, actually every year up until like just recently, I just realized like I don't really be listening to bro that much no more, but I was on Ride Wave heavy. Like I know Ride Wave like almost whole catalog. Like and that's because man, I grew up at church and I like music. So here was what was messed up with my beats. They sounded like band arrangements. Like sound selection is a key thing with beat making. And also how you structure stuff. I was trying to do way too much. Like, bro, the artist has to still be able to get, like, you have to leave space. And so I had like 17 instruments plus drums and stuff. I got a counter anti melody, a reverse call announcer back and forth. I got all this stuff going on. It's crazy. And it's with sounds that sound like the MIDI ringtones that you used to get from texting the TV.
Well, let's people hear it real quick.
Yeah, let's run it. Text 5557 for Bee Boppity Boo.
Not for Bee Boppity Boo. That's funny. All right, here we go. If I got the right song on, hold on. Let's bring it back. Do that again. $413. That was 413. Listen, that does sound like Rod. Rod can get on that. Definitely, I could definitely hear Rod, Turks and Caicos. If it was sped up a little bit more, I could definitely hear Turks and Caicos for sure. Yeah, for sure. Maybe Trinidad and Labago. I don't know. Well, that definitely go.
Yeah, that was, and I didn't, everybody, I didn't really want to make. The reason why that beat is tight to me is because I didn't. I was trying not to make. My friend from back at Eli Lilly, every time I would sell her my beat, she like, "Is this another hood struggle beat?" And so I was trying not to make hood struggle beat, but like the people that I listen to, Mo3, Rod Wave, Mozzie, like all of them like got that type of sound to it. And I like that. I like organs in my beats. I like the keys. I always start with keys. I like strings. Like it has a sound. So like I'm trying not to make that, and I make it garbage because I'm not trying to. So when I 413, that was the first time I was like, I'm about to make. I don't care if it's a hood struggle beat. I'm just finna. And then when it came out, like my roommate who a DJ, she was like, "Nah, that's my favorite beat that you done made. Like, nah, that's hard." And she don't even relate ride like that. So I was like,
it's hard.
So I just make what's good. I just make what I need to make.
Yeah. Let's go to 415. Let's go there. Let's play it real quick and tell us about it.
Yeah. Switch up.
So I'm a sucker for, and that was 415. I'm a sucker for when beats play with your ear. Pause. I don't know if that's pause, but just going back.
You heard that going across.
Yeah, and it comes in and it's like it faded in the background, but it's in my left ear, and then it comes around, and then it feels like I like it because of vibration and music. It feels like it actually went through your head and then traveled through the other side, which is why which I love about it.
Bro, it got crazy in the car test. I ain't gonna lie. That was when I ran it in the car. Like in the car, I got the Bose system in there, and I was like, yeah, I'm in it, bro. I was just that one was interesting because everything I just said about 413 was this was against that. Like I was intentionally trying to make a more R&B sounding track, and I was like, I know that was the thing. Like I know theory. Like I'm not just clicking stuff in like a lot of people. So I know the music theory, but I don't know the theory well enough to make a Ryan Leslie type theory beat. So like it left me in this weird middle ground. It's like where it's too technically musical for somebody to rap on it, but it's like not technically like all the way there to be like some great cinematic score or something like that. So I was like, bro, just dumb it down. I was intentional about the sounds and intentional about leaving room for artists and intentional about like the story, everything that applied and everywhere it come back together, just like visuals, the story of like beginning to end. We cut it before the second verse. The second verse, there's a bridge, if you will, because we don't really have those anymore.
Talk about it.
So
you gonna give me one J Crunk up.
Get me started.
Bring back bridges and make video horizontal again. That's my drop.
Yes.
But that one I was going for. Y'all tell me if I was on it, but like, well, y'all have to listen to the whole thing. But I was going for like a Summer Walker type vibe with like a Jack Harlow or Lil Wayne feature. Like that second part, it's a whole different guitar part, and it kind of like goes just like a high pass filter, and it kind of like comes back in, and it's like perfect for like a Jack Harlow flow or like a Drake, maybe Wayne, but definitely like a Summer Walker type song.
I could definitely see that now that you say that. I was like I can hear a very solid singer on it, but I can also hear somebody spitting on it too. Mm-hmm. So maybe pause.
I like a Sean or something like that. Yeah, like that was. That's what I was going with. It was like, and I got unapologetic about like these are the instruments I like, and like I know some of them might start to sound the same, like, but I mean, so like I like guitars. I like chords. I like the way chords flow. Like, so I don't have the pressure like trying to put out a beat for people to buy. Like, I just come in here and create. I mean, yesterday was just like a weird day. You know, sometimes you have them days where you just in the funk, and I came in, lay down some key, and it sounds like a cinematic score where like the hero either just lost or just won, one of the two, and it's just a chord progression, like 16 bar chord progression, and it's a whole lot of layers going on. To anybody rapping to that, I'm not even doing nothing with it, but it was fun to make, and it sonically it was fun. Like,
do you try to chase trends? Because I ain't gonna hold you. I've been making a lot of Afro beats, because if I catch me one, I will be in South Africa. I will be bro. Football field, or that football field, soccer field, whatever you want to call it, depending on what state you're listening from or country you're listening to. I would be at that stadium rocking that, and that'll be my only one. I'll be like, that's the only one. So do you chase trends, or really what you feel?
No, I don't chase trends, man. Only time I can say I kind of chase trends, and it's still not even chasing trends, because I don't even do them. Like, when it comes to like if I feel like posting a saxophone video or something, like I'll look for like what songs. Like right now, I'm probably finna I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, but that what's the song? What's the song? The main song that everybody on right now? The VVS baby. Yeah, I seen a dude on TikTok do a guitar version, like a guitar solo on it. I was like, I might do it.
You need to do Bad Biddy.
Come here. Ooh.
Do what?
You need to do Bad Biddy. JP. Yeah. We got a lot of Milwaukee listeners out there. Look up JP Bad Biddy.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. That's crazy.
That'll go crazy on the sax. I saw somebody do it on violin, I think it was.
Yep. The cello.
Yeah, it was cello.
99 producer. He's from here, actually.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. 99 producer.
Yeah.
But that's good.
Shoot in there. I'm definitely. Hey, look, I'm down for it.
Oh yeah. Let's play it real quick. I definitely want to play.
Yeah, let's do it.
Playing the sax. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
Here go Tank. I Can't Make You Love Me on the sax. Tenor sax. So listen, I saw the video. I listened to it a couple times. I'm like, okay, this is smooth. He cold. He tight. What really got me tight though was I went through the comments and I saw all the ladies was like, oh, this is fire. Too smooth. So beautiful. This is amazing. Hand clap emojis. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and pick up something real quick. Let me go ahead. Wait a minute now. What about this? No, it was fire, dude. And one of the things I would do to, like, when my students are kind of like hype, there's this guy, I forgot his name. He played R&B, all R&B on the sax. But I just go to that and they just be chill, be quiet. I don't know what it is about the saxophone that just make people chill, quiet, just listen to the record, or they might vibe to it. I'm like, oh, I know that song, and that's Aaliyah. I know what you know about Aaliyah. You 13, like what you know about Aaliyah? But because it's so smooth, it's just like doing it. So, what made you want to do that song? Because I mean, Tank is hot. He's been hot, but Tank is hot right now. And I know this is when was this? This was like a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been a little while.
Yeah, I think I posted. I don't know, IG after I posted it on TikTok.
So what made you want to go to that one? Go to that song and post that song?
Oh, it was really two reasons. I mean, for one, like the key that it was in, on the tenor, like there's a certain range on the tenor that I think I'm just comfortable being like more like expressive on. Like you hear like a lot of the growling and stuff, like in that range of the tenor I could do it. I don't practice like that shit. Like I be trying to tell people they want me to come play, they want me to come perform. Like, look, I'm good for 37 seconds on the internet after 12 takes. This is not live performance. So like, I mean, y'all saw me try to do it like pre-show and I was trying to look. But no, it's that and on the other hand, it's a breakup.
Okay. All right. That music. Okay, I get it. That makes sense.
Hey, storytelling.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh, I know she was at you.
Oh no, it wasn't really. It's crazy because it wasn't the progression of what it was. Like we wasn't broke up then. Like we was just a weird little. It was weird, man. It was weird, but it's like certain songs, certain notes, certain. I'm actually doing. I've been. I'm kind of like obsessed with like hacking my brain, like ever since, you know, the whole neurodivergency and stuff and all that stuff and how it works. But like, there's a thing that like when you have ADHD, like because just like I said, I got a reference for everything. When I feel a certain thing, it's like everything that's like that like triggers it. So like you feel stuff a lot more deeply. I remember every movie scene that's just like this. I remember every song that's just like this. I remember every time somebody said this type of lyric, like, and they come in. And so like music, whether it's sad, happy, excited, like what, it's like certain notes and tone, like just I don't know. It just do it. I can't explain it, but it just do it. Like that part. The here and the dark, that part right there with the raspiness, that's from G to F sharp on down, like, and then and I will lay down my, like the way Teddy Swims sing it, like he used a whole lot of rasp like right there in that part, and I try to put that in, and it's like, just like even listen to it now, like I'm not going through that type, brother. I'm cool right now, but it like. Yeah. It do something like it's it do that, and so like Yes by Shekinah Glory, that one do it every time. You know what I'm saying? That one the my soul says yeah, like something about that. It's something about the combination of notes, and it just be like, dang, it do it. So I really can't. It wasn't like I just. Cause I mean, I could have played I know how to play "Love Yourself," Bieber and I could and Chris Brown. Oh yeah. Could have played Eamon. Everybody love going to Eamon, however you say his name. After a breakup, like church music and play, but it wasn't like a. Like at that point, I was sad. Like I wasn't sad, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't. It's just that song conveyed the feeling at the moment, and it's a popular song. Like you also got to play the politics of social media. Like like posting a song that could sound amazing and don't nobody know the song. Ain't nobody gonna engage with it. So
yeah.
No, that's really the women engaged in that video. Yeah, you know.
Don't fool mad people.
Good philosophy, brother. Good philosophy. Hey, man, we've been on here a little while, but man, this has been great.
Fun, bro.
We went through a lot. And we got deep at times, we laughed at times, we went from OnlyFans to leverage, man. We covered it all, to breakups, to HBCU. So, hey man,
to Natchitoches. Shout out to Natchitoches.
We run all over the world tonight, man. But what's up next for you with Braden Visuals on the music scene, the video scene, and how can people engage with you? We started talking about your socials a little bit earlier, but what's up next, and how can people engage with you?
Yeah, man. So up next, man, it's about to be a complete overhaul for Braden Visuals. You'll see everything that's attached to it will be like B2B style marketing, whether that's personal brand, what am I trying to say? Brands in general.
Yep.
Or events, market, things of that nature. And then you'll start to see Nick D. Braden posting more creative type things, posting more unique situations. That's, you know what I'm saying, just creating. And I talked about leverage, and the reason I want leverage is just the freedom to create. Someone as I wake up, I want to make a beat. Someone as I wake up, I want to shoot a video. Sometimes I want to take a picture. I still like drawing. I can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you want to create, make an app, build a website. Sometimes I just want to create, and I just want the freedom to create how I want to. So by creating that hard line between Braden Visuals is the company, I'm able to establish that company and then just establish Nick Braden as a creative. That's really what's in the works right now. Booked and busy though. Blessed to be booked and busy.
Hey, Shundo.
Instagram is Braden Visuals, BradenVisuals. Personal page, it has music, fitness, shoots, all that stuff. Is Nick D. Braden, NICKDBRADEN. Fun fact, it's the same thing on TikTok and IG. I'm about to switch my TikTok. I got way more engagement on my personal training TikTok. And I don't do personal training no more. So I'm about to switch the names, but it take like a week before you can change. So,
right.
But yeah, it'll be by the time this come out, it should be Nick D. Braden on TikTok. Should be that. Yeah, and as far as music, I mean, I'm gonna just always post it. Like there's no set schedule. Like if I feel like I made something that's worth sharing, I don't feel any type of way about people judging my stuff because I'm an artist and I'm I know. Yeah.
I know that feeling.
I think that's it. I appreciate y'all, man. The conversation been real, man. I was nervous. I was like, I watched too much Funny Marco, man. And Bobby be like, bro, I'm gonna get on here. It's gonna be crazy.
Nah, man, we go with the flow over here, man. You know me, ain't nothing changed. Well, a lot has changed, but the personality hasn't. So, nah, man, we like good conversations, good stories, man. We like to tell them here and share the vibes is what we all about. So appreciate you coming through, brother.
Yes, sir.
1J, any last thoughts from you?
Make sure you tune in everything, share the vibes. Make sure you also get that ticket, get your tickets, share the vibes fest. Make sure you do it. If you have not been, shame on you. If you have been, thank you. We appreciate you. Come on out to the third one, the big three. It's just big me. So make sure you do all that. All right. Make sure you do all that. Come through. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be amazing. New space. Man, it's every time I go to share the vibes, I have a great time, and it's dope seeing people that I know come through, enjoy themselves, and just have a good time. So I'm excited, and you should be too.
I'm gonna lead the people with one thing. I'm gonna lead the people with one thing, and we could be out if you're in closing remarks. I need everybody.
You know you go to church. You closing remarks.
I need everybody to at some point in your life go to Natchitoches, Louisiana.
Yes.
And get you some Southern Classic chicken.
Southern Classic chicken.
It'll change your life.
Put in my notes right now.
Southern Classic in Natchitoches, Louisiana.
How far is that from New Orleans?
4.5 hours.
Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. It's 5 hours from Milwaukee. Yeah, okay.
What's 5 hours from Milwaukee?
Natchitoches.
Natchitoches what?
Huh?
It says to get to Natchitoches is 4 hours and 54 minutes.
On an airplane?
Oh, no. They don't say 2 flights? Layover?
Maybe.
They say, we don't got no airport.
Oh, that's why then. Okay. Yeah, we had to go somewhere else then. Okay. No, wait a minute.
I mean, we got one, but it's a little small private airport. The crop dusters and stuff.
Oh, Lord. Not the crap.
Bro, you're not getting the Natchitoches from Milwaukee in no 4 hours.
You not. I drove. It's 13.
Not directly.
It's 13.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's even messed up because Arkansas, you got to like go back to go across. It's horrible. Don't drive.
Yeah, I wonder.
I don't know what you're looking at, brother.
They say
you must
Milwaukee
have
to
found
Natchitoches. They tripping. Unless I'm spelling it wrong.
Did you put in a Waukesha?
I'm looking at it. I'll show y'all afterwards. I'm gonna
Why
put it
with
in.
Tulsa, not negative? Oh no.
They telling me wrong, fam. They telling me wrong. Cause this look.
It might be a Natchitoches, Wisconsin though, low key.
Oh my God.
Low key, it might be one.
Bro, if I look this up and it's a Natchitoches in Wisconsin.
Hey,
it says city.
I mean, you got Waukesha, Economo.
Yeah. It says city.
City and where?
Natchitoches, Natchitoches. City in Louisiana. Says we'll get there 4 hours and 54 minutes from Milwaukee. I'm about to put it in our chat. Yeah.
I typed in Natchitoches, Wisconsin, and it said from Natchitoches, Louisiana to Wisconsin, it's 15 hours and 47 minutes. There's no Natchitoches in Wisconsin.
Yeah. I don't know what they talking about.
Yeah, you on the southwest out.
In the words of Boosie, from the top to the bottom. All right. Yep. That's a great time.
That new Boosie Blues album too. Shout out to Boosie for that. I was not mad at that.
Shout out to Boosie for doing whatever you feel like doing. They don't care.
Yep. True.
They love Boosie here more.
Yeah, they do actually. They're like he's the governor of Milwaukee. Yeah. Only city with a governor is Boosie.
Yeah. Only city with a governor. That sounds just like a.
And that is definitely an airplane, my brother. That is an airplane next to that 4 hours and 54 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta.
Today's episode was not sponsored by Rap Snacks or Lil Boosie, but shout out to the crib.
Got the Louisiana Heat Rap Snacks on screen. Open them up.
Oh yeah. Cause y'all see, I'm opening a bag of chips that will not be named because they didn't pay for it.
Bless your manager, brother. Well, y'all, man, it's been fun. It's been real. It's past my bedtime, so I'm gonna go lay it down. I think the rest of the house might be asleep. But hey, get your tickets for Shutter Vibes Fest July 13th. It's going down Milwaukee, Wisconsin Vivarium. Brand new music venue, part of the Turner Paps group. It's gonna be a great time. I think we got 7 performances lined up this year. Tech workshop, live podcast, vendors. Yeah. All that good stuff, man. We might have some AI stuff going on.
Yeah.
Get your hands dirty, audience competitions, all that good stuff, man. Drinks, food gonna be on deck. Cause you know, Jink, I like music, drinks, and food. So we're gonna have all that in the building. So come through. It's my boy Nick's birthday, so give him a birthday shout out that day too. Shout out to Vince. We talked about him earlier. His birthday too. We'll be celebrating birthdays at Shutter Vibes Fest this year.
Hey, yo. Hey, before you give us hey look, y'all. Hey, look. I ain't never done nothing like this, especially not this long, especially not like that I don't have control of the footage over. So if I say anything that was crazy, that was offensive or anything, hey, look, I didn't mean it.
It's going on the timeline.
I didn't have no PR training, bro. I was not prepared. I'm just a videographer from Natchitoches.
We dropping all the cancelable offenses on the timeline. We going up.
Yeah.
Cracking out. Nah, man, we got you. But hey, man, appreciate y'all for listening. As always, we appreciate you. We thank you. Listen to all the previous episodes and stay tuned for what's coming out next. But until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, keep sharing the vibes. Peace.